It's part of nature to get your ass kicked. Don't worry, my fist is all organic. Fuck off with your hippie shit. Coexist with my fist. Coexist with my fist. Coexist with my fist. Coexist with my fist. Making money off all these men sipping. One got caught by the cops, now he's snitching. Talking to feds to get some bitches. This crazy world is all upside down. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Until the prison lets me out. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Gonna turn me in for a date with Kim. Hope the feds trace me to get with Stacy. You're gonna tell on me for Melanie and get me busted for felony. This crazy world is all upside down. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Until the prison lets me out. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. The feds got bitches that are perfect tens. These hookers will pretend to be your friend. They got ass that snitches just can't resist. The government are the ultimate pimps. Standing in the back for a piece of ass. Gonna turn Scooty to give a Julie. Or drop a dime for that sweet Caroline. Now I'm doing time for sexual crime. This crazy world is all upside down. Bitches get bitches. The snitches get bitches. Until the prison lets me out. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Crazy world is all upside down. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Until the prison lets me out. Snitches get bitches. Snitches get bitches. Oh, fuck yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Back in the mix.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's been a minute. What's happening, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Oh, my God. How long has it been? It's been weeks. It's been weeks, chat, since I've streamed. And everyone asked where I was this past week. I'll tell y'all. First off, let me make sure everyone can hear my mic fine, right? Because I did some new a new voice profile. What's up, Tiger King? I did a new voice profile, and I just wanted to make sure that it's not clipping in anybody's speakers. It sounds pretty good. Whacking Wednesday. Hawan Okozioko. Jason Long in the house as well. Surprised you're here on time. Yeah, I try to do it. I'm trying to be more like Phil. Phil is coming up in the world. He is to the moon. He is hitting jackpots, and we'll go over that a little bit later on. I saw somebody wanted me to talk about Cobra and Nall, and we'll talk about that. We can't not talk about that. That's crazy as shit. Made in China is asking me, did I get hit hard by the storm in Florida? Technically, no. I did have a storm here for the last couple of days, but I'm in Northwest Florida near Pensacola. So most of the storm was like middle Florida, kind of going into Georgia. So I dodged a bullet. Now, it was a week or so ago where I thought it might hit directly at my house. At both houses, to tell you the truth. And I was scared. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go through all of this. But luckily, it turned a few days ago, and we avoided disaster. So, no. Biblio Harris says, Phil hasn't peaked yet. No, he hasn't. This is just the beginning. This is the scriptures foretold this. This is a legacy that has been written, and it will be fulfilled. Just you watch. Just you watch. Pessimistic Otaku, thank you. Pess, welcome back. Missed the streams. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Some people thought that I was out maybe because I was sick or family issues or something like that. Trust me, it was the day that I missed the stream. It had nothing to do with anything emergency whatsoever. Check this out. Seeing a young lady earlier that day. She said that she was having problems with the tire. She had left my house, and I looked at the tire. I said, "Yeah, that need to go get a new tire." And she leaves the house and gets about 15 minutes away, and what happens? Tire blows. Well, I know I got to go back and put on her spare, whatever she has, and this is the clock now. She left about 1 o'clock. Stream's supposed to start at like 4:30. So I'm leaving. It's like 1:30. I'm like, well, this is not going to take long. Maybe an hour at the most. So I'll be back here at 2:30. Won't be any trouble. You know, I'm pretty good at doing tires. You know, the guys in chat that work on cars, you know what I'm talking about. If you bring the hydraulic jack with you, you bring your tools with you, it's not going to be a hard thing. So grab the jack. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, I was helping out Kat too. Y'all don't tell Phil. Y'all don't tell Phil. So anyways, grab the jack, grab lug wrench, all the shit. Bam, I'm headed down there. Get down there. Tires just fucking tore up to shit. She didn't make it. She didn't do nothing. She didn't put air in it. She did nothing. So taking it off, and I said, "Hey, your spare's in the back, right? This is like a little Honda or something." And she says, "Yeah, the spare's in the back." So I run back there. I don't need the jack or whatever. I look in the back, and there's no tire. Like, there's no spare whatsoever. And I asked her on the phone. I was like, "Look underneath the trunk lid at the very bottom. It's like a cardboard thing. Look underneath and make sure there's a tire there." She said, yeah, it's there. No, I said, look for the spare. Is the spare there? Yeah, it's there. Okay. So when I open it up, and there's like, the only thing that's there is like one of those cheap ass Honda jacks, the screw jacks. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The fucking screw jacks, the shit ones. It's in there. It doesn't even have the lug wrench part to it. Of course, this is a used car, so y'all know exactly. Guys that have bought used cars and have dealt with women in their lives that have to, that don't maintain vehicles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Give me a one in chat if you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, anyways, oh my God, there's no spare. It's like, okay, it's like after 2 at this point. So I say, I got 2 hours. Do I have enough time to just take the tire down to the tire shop, have a mountain balance the tire, shoot back, put it on, she leaves, I go back. I was like, well, that's going to, hopefully I can get the tire store's not that far away from where we were. So I said, okay, I'll try. We got a couple ones. Sam's the only one around here that doesn't have a lady. Sorry, Sam. Sam's lucky. But yeah, Boba is dating one right now. Lots of ones. Sam's back from a 12-hour shift. We're just fucking with you. We're trying to give you a little smile on your way home from work. Or maybe you're going to your second job. The fuck I know. So anyways, I say, all right, jump in the truck. I grab the fucked up tire. And hold on, this gets even better. Grab the fucked up tire and rim. Let's shoot down to the tire shop. Shoot down to the tire shop. It's like a little after 2:15. Get down there and say, hey man, I need a tire. Don't really care what it costs. Just whatever you got, mountain balance, put it on there. He's like, yeah, okay, the little Honda tire, no problem. It's like fucking 70, 80, 90 bucks, whatever. Mountain balance like 120. And tax and everything. So fine, do it. He takes it back there. I'm like looking at the clock, looking at my watch. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna stream. Like, I got 2 hours exactly right now. And look at Tiger King cutting up. No, I didn't call Gunham. I ain't talked to Gunham since the last time I talked to Gunham. I told y'all about it. So, but yeah, he would have probably bought him a new car. Anyways, the guy's back there. He's trying to mountain balance the tire. 5 minutes go by. He comes back, and he's like, we can't put a tire on this thing. So what are you talking about? And he he flips it over, and I didn't notice that there was a bend in the rim on the inside of it. It wasn't that much, but it was just enough to where like this is the problem. She must have hit like some sort of train track, and it just did like a slow leak, because I thought it was a nail or something, but I couldn't get the tire off to see it. But once they had it off and they could look at the behind, I was like, well, it looked a little bit weird. But they couldn't balance, they couldn't mount and bounce, they couldn't do shit with it. It's fucking trashed. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. Do you mean I have to fucking actually pull a fill and go buy a wheel and tire for a little Honda Accord? Max, what do I have done with the air compressor? I would compress air on one side and it would come out the back side. Bent rim ain't gonna hold air for shit. It just had like a slow leak on it. Plus, it was like Baldo and all shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The tire, you could see the wire mesh coming out the back side of it. So it's like, this is not a vehicle that has been taken care of, you know, like oil changes every 10,000, tires every 30, 50, something like that. This is a vehicle that I think I don't really know, but like her ex might have bought it for her or gave it to her in the divorce or something like that. I don't really know. It's not my issue. What year Accord? 13. So not new, but not super old. So time check on that. It was like by the time that we're doing that and find out, oh my God, I do that. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. So I got an hour and a half. So at this point, I'm like, well, her car's fucked. There's no way I can go find a Honda wheel, just a replacement, even if it's just like a spare Honda bullshit junkyard wheel. It's like it's going to take me a few hours at least. But look at Jeremy. He's spitting facts. But the 06 is the Accord you want in life. I personally had a 2000 Accord Coupe in the year model. Like, I think I got it in 2001, but I had the 2000 Coupe. No spoiler. The shit was tight. They had the color black on it, was called Black Hawk Pearl. So look at Jerry. He said I wouldn't put 10,000 miles on oil, 10,000 miles on oil change. I'm more talking about like my truck. But if you're doing something like a vehicle, you know, 5,000, depends on how you drive. For my truck though, I go about anywhere from 10 is the limit. But that would probably have to be like a whole full service. Be like 2 services. So anyways, they give me the tire back. They're like, this is shit. And I'm like, well, fuck it then. This story's almost over, y'all. I know we're gonna get to the drama. So long story short, I have to drive her all the way back to her house. And by this time it's like, I'm not gonna make it to stream. So I just kind of take her back to the house, make some calls about the tire. It's ready for tomorrow. By the time I got back to the house, I'm like, it's already late. I just shut it down, and everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? And I wanted to tell everybody, but I was so tired at this point and so mad and pissed off that I was just like, fuck this. And ever since then, for the last few, I think it's been like a week and a half, I actually put my GT3 up for sale. So I had to get it detailed and ready to get pictures taken and all this jazz. And as of today, actually yesterday, it's now for sale. So hopefully I can get that out the garage. And my week's just been a real hectic thing. So hopefully we'll get back into the groove on it. But I'll look at Sarah and talk his shit. He's like, we're not mad at it. They're mad at me right now because I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. And I just told this silly ass story about my girl busting her fucking tire, whole wheel up, pulling a DSP, pulling a Catherine, and making me have to go buy a whole new wheel and tire. Because of course I got to buy the whole new wheel and tire. It's not like I wouldn't have bought it, but coming from my house and everything and all this happening and me helping is like, by that point, I can't say, well, you go buy your own fucking wheel and tire. So had to go. It wasn't bad. I think it wasn't like Phil was talking about it. I think it was a used wheel, used Honda wheel, matched, mount and balance with the tire. Went one of those used tire Mexican shop deals, and I think like $250 for everything, and that's on the vehicle. And I didn't even have to show up. I just made the call, paid them online. It was fucking tight. Anyways, Black Hawk Pearl. Yeah, Boba the Fat. Yeah, we do stupid shit for women, but it is part of being guy. Because who else is gonna do it? Like, seriously, like all the men that are listening to me right now, whether you're at the job, you're going home, you know, you have that special someone in your life, being a man, being a woman. But if you're a working man and you work with your hands, you know how it is when people don't take care of their stuff. But you're also the one that everyone goes to because you are mechanically inclined. You understand how engines work. You understand how suspension works. You understand how electronics work, fucking PCs, whatever. You have that special skill that they need in order to make it through the world. And some of us, it's like, if we don't have that skill, we don't know how the fuck we make it through this world. But it's part of being dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like Phil and bring it up every stream. Be like, you know, I bought my wife a wheel and tire. You know, she had a really bad problem. I bought her a wheel and tire. Can somebody tip me? Somebody throw some money in the Streamlabs? Speaking of, I do have the Streamlabs link pinned at the top of the chat in case anyone is nice enough to donate for the show. We're going to get everything back on track. I talked with the Fiverr artist today. As a matter of fact, that is back in order. She's going to send me a updated revision of the more manly avatar. Not the one that looks like a Ellen clone. Where is it? There we go. But yeah, let's yeah, I need the money for that tire, isn't that right? The wheel and tire for Phil cost $700. I mean, how the fuck they just have like a little Toyota Corolla, right? It's like a 15-inch wheel. It didn't even look like it looked like it had a hubcap on it. So I mean, something like that's probably less than what I paid. With the tire, probably like $200, $250. $700. What, do you go to the dealership, buy it brand new in the plastic? You probably did. You probably did. Anyways, all right. Do y'all want me to start with the Phil stuff, or do y'all want me to talk about Lolcow Live? Because right now I know Tommy is streaming because Keem is withholding his money for the month, and there's a lot of drama going on like with that, and I want to talk about that pretty bad because I don't like Tommy, but I think that this Keem might have overstepped on this, and he might need to pay out. So let's start. I'm going to start with Lolcow, and then we'll do the King. We'll do the King stuff, DSP, a little bit later on. Stop that. So let's. All right, Tommy is still bitching. So let's go pull up Lolcow Live from, I believe this was the other day. They are actually holding tryouts for new hosts because Tommy has quit / been fired. So big surprise there. And he is now having his side of the 25% of the money withheld. And we don't exactly know how much that is, but we're assuming he has said that it's around $6,000. That seems about right from what I looked at on Playboard. That seems about right. Nacho Cheese, what's cracking? Hail chat, catching up on the keynote. We're doing that in just a little bit. If you give me a minute, we'll talk about this, and then we'll all go through that together. The people that haven't seen it, he was okay on the casino. You know, like he was he looked nervous as fuck and he looked awkward as hell. And it was a real like, hello, fellow humans, how are you doing kind of situation. But at least he put himself out there. So I got to give him that. But let's hear from Keem real quick about what he's saying on Tommy. Then we'll move on.
Welcome to Band World. Band World. Band World. Band World.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the worst podcast on all of YouTube, Lolcow Live.
God, I
So
hate that
first
stupid
podcast
drum
on
hit. I hate it.
all of YouTube, Lolcow Live. Where do I even begin? So much drama, so much nonsense since this show was at its ultimate heights and is now, we're pulling 2,500 concurrents. Well, thank you for you guys being here. It's been a fucking messy fucking week. It's been a messy week. As soon as I walked away from the show, nothing got done. Nothing got done at all. These guys couldn't organize anything. They couldn't set up a show. They couldn't fucking figure it out with.
See, and that's, I actually talked to Keem the other day about this. I said, I don't understand how you're going to let these baby men just go at it by themselves. I said it on the interview that we did, me, you, and Gundam. I said, people are there for you, Boogie, and Wings. Tommy is superfluous. He can be there. He cannot be there. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. I guess it's okay to have a sub in, but the show is with those three. Sorry. And I think Keemstar is really starting to see that. Sonic Screwer. I'm sure Keem knows the sound effects fluctuate. He does, but I would at least get more than the two. He has two, I think. He has the wah 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 wah. He has that one, and then this fucking stupid drum hit one. Speaking of, so. Oh, Maximus has some heat. You don't think Camelot should become the host? Scamelot? I'm not gonna call him Scamelot. Cody's been nice to me. Doesn't become hope. He's a mini Lolcow. Well, I mean, isn't that what it is? Isn't that what it is? They're looking for Lolcows. He's a little bit better versed as far as being a YouTuber and being more camera ready than a couple of those guys. But we'll take a look at him here in just a second. So let's go ahead. I don't know why I'm putting background music. We listen to Keem, but here we go.
Without me directing orders at every single person, which makes no sense. The whole role of Tommy C is to be the wrangler. He's the best wrangler. That's what the chat always says. The best wrangler. Tommy C wasn't wrangling shit. All right. They were all fucking messaging each other in the DMs 10 hours apart. One person says, hey, should we go live today? 10 hours later, maybe tomorrow. Like shit like that. It's like fucking so insane. These guys hit the goddamn lottery. This show is at its ultimate fucking peaks. It's done everything that I promised it would do, and they just couldn't pull it together. At one point,
yeah, I actually told him. I was one of the only people that told him months ago, back before we even had the interview. That was before May. I said, Lolcow Live is actually a little cash cow. I said, looking at the analytics, y'all are doing about the same numbers as quality content was doing. We were like neck and neck. In fact, I can pull up the analytics for that and what they were making, because the last quality content, I think we were like at close to about 38,000 in super chats, and they were right about the same. And I think right now their total is, give me a quick second. Their total is $47,000 in the 8 months they've been doing this. Last show was around $700. So yeah, they've been, it's been profitable, and just now the views have kind of matched that. So if they're getting paid off the views, they're making just as much money as me and Gundam were making. Tiger King, yes, Camelot races ARCA Series NASCAR, which is like one step down from the big NASCAR series. He started his first race was down here in Pensacola. I think they're gonna have one later on in September, October. I actually might go down to see that. Maximus, who is not a fan of Cody, also he scanned his fans to fix his NASCAR a few years back. But I mean, like he is a driver though, so I'm sure that all that led up to now. I mean, you can't say that he isn't driving for a NASCAR team. He's actually been doing pretty well in points. We'll pull it up here in a little bit. I think he hit like 9th and he had a 7th place finish. It was pretty good. Sam Wade also spitting facts. Gunham would rather go broke than just show up to a stream and talk. No comment. Nah, I'm not gonna shove money down somebody's throat. You've got the clips. Send them to me in the DM after the show. I'll take a look at them. Main channel quality content was a banger. Thank you. I don't want to talk about it. Every time I talk about it, it just hurts my heart because that was such a good show. It would have been big. It would have been big. But anyways, no use crying over spilled milk. Now we're back to over here poverty streaming. Actually, I got 123 people. So welcome. If you hadn't hit the like button, go ahead and hit that. I'm dying over here, but I'm doing it for y'all. So please hit the like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the sub button as well. We're always digging through the trash over here in Pescator Live Land. So let's continue on with my ex-boss discussing how he is getting rid of a hater of mine.
At one point, I suggested to Wings and Boogie in a meeting, I was like, yeah, you got to do at least one stream a week. That somehow turned into, we're only doing one stream a week. How the fuck could this show survive with one stream a week?
What's up, Mr. Libido?
So then Wings starts telling this on his channel, right? They clip it. It's everywhere. And now all of a sudden, all the fans are like, what? This is only going to be once a week? So I'm in there in the DMs like, you cannot fucking do that. Like, you literally, the show will die. You got to stream more than once a week. Now, obviously, if shit's going on, it's a dead week, there's nothing to talk about, all this other shit, then fine, right? And then there's the whole situation with Tommy C, who, in my opinion...
Yeah, here's the part that I was waiting for. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't tell it. I went over 7,000. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that is clapping right now. But yeah, went over 7,000, and I really appreciate it. This is actually the highest sub channel that I've done on my own, not with Drama or anything. So thank you. This is for y'all. She twittered his tipples. Tipples. SBZ saying no. I meant move on from QC. Yeah, I'm down with that as well. Thank you so much. Reluctant 90. What's going on, brother? Enrico Mass, I didn't say everybody in the chat. Darth Joe Mo, what's cracking? Toad, Mr. 7K. You know it, baby. Soon we'll be 24K in this bitch. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. It does feel good after I left, after Lolcow, after quality content closed down. I really didn't know what I was going to do after all this preparation and doing all this streaming work, buying new gear, changing around my weekly schedule to make sure I had this time on Wednesday to always have, I thought that would just be all flush away, but I'll keep fucking digging through this trash if y'all want to show up and keep watching me dig through the trash. So thank y'all for showing up. Now, let's continue.
Quit the fucking show. And let me explain. This motherfucker did everything possible to be fired where I had to fire him. So how do we even get there?
Take it easy, Electric Buzz.
Let me take you all the way back to Baited, okay? Baited podcast. At the very beginning of Baited, it was me, Colossal is Crazy, and we picked up this guy, Tommy C, who had 200 fucking subscribers. And, you know, at the very beginning, we had to figure out splits. And, you know, Clown had a 200,000 sub channel at the time, but didn't promote, right? You know, wasn't active uploading videos and whatnot. So he really couldn't promote the show. Tommy had 200 subscribers. He tried
Alvin
to.
Jackson Dumbledore III says, I just watched Upper Echelon's video on the Mr. Beast malarkey, and I believe they bamboozled Keem with those numbers. I believe you're talking about are you talking about the likes and dislikes of the last video? I know that there were comments being deleted. I do know that if you use that third-party app to try to guesstimate the likes and dislikes, like that can be off. And I'm not gonna fucking sweep for Beast at all because he has questionable. He makes questionable choices behind the scenes, putting it just mildly. So I'm not gonna say that he's totally a liar, but it is weird. And I do think the tide is turning with that. I didn't have any Mr. Beast content today just because I wanted to let that kind of breathe. But trust me, there's probably some more shoes to drop with that whole shit.
To promote the show, but he has 200 subscribers, right? So I told him right off the bat, I'm going to have to drive all the traffic to the show. I want 50%. You guys figure out your own percentages. Clown took 30, Tommy took 20, whatever. Everyone was happy. They made thousands of dollars on the wildly successful Bait It show, right? But I was the one driving the traffic. Every drummer sending that traffic to Bait It, to grow it, to build it, to do all this stuff, right? Then these guys have the bright idea that they want to have equal splits. No.
I actually haven't watched the Upper Echelon video. I know UE. Not know it. We don't like hang out, but we have done some work before with videos, like collab videos. And it's been a while since I watched this stuff because this stuff really is high-minded, very analytical, and it's very educational, but it's also extremely informative. And I love the way his videos are structured as well. Sometimes I just don't the gaming drama I can't get deep into, but this stuff, there's so many creators making videos on it, it's hard to keep up. And even me, like I'm streaming right now just on what it has been made. And that's the reason why this show works, is because it's a train wreck that everyone loves to see. Everyone loves to watch. The next stream is going to be them going to the grocery store. The grocery store. I told him what he needs to do is they need to do an RV trip. What do y'all think about that? What if Wings and Boogie and Keem as the driver went on an RV trip? Those three. And the RV is put together 24-hour cams, just like how the old Ice Poseidon, the IP2 RV trips were. 24-hour live stream. Not Boogie and not Keem. Okay, we could do that. We'd have to have somebody drive, though, because you couldn't have those big fuckers drive. Yeah, Lolcow hits the road, baby. Cow tipping. Cow tipping. It markets itself. You go to each city, like around the area. You don't have to go around the whole United States. But let's just say you go around the South, Texas, Florida, you know, Virginia, whatever. Boogie was traumatized as a kid. Even better. Even better. You can have someone dress up like his mom and twist his tipples.
No, fuck you. We're not equal. No. And they want to have that debate on the show. Well, I'm sorry. We have the debate on the show. No one's going to say, yeah, Keem's doing the most. He should get at least half, right? No one's going to say that. That's not how the fucking internet works. That's not how it fucking works, right? No one's going to say that. Everyone should get equal share. That's what they're going to say. So
it's funny you say that, Poetic Silence. No, they have not hired me to be a producer. They have not. I have, I've given that idea to Keem. It's not, I didn't write out like an outline for it, but I could. But for something like that, like I tried to, whenever you're doing like larger productions like this, it's nice to be able to know your line production. So I'm not a line producer, but I can look at a sheet, look at a budget, and see exactly what we've got and what we have to spend. Now, for something like that, if you wanted to rent out an RV, I don't know exactly how much that costs, to tell you the truth. But let's just throw a number up there. Let's say it's $10,000 to rent it for a month. Yeah, the captain gave him a loaner idea. Exactly. That's the thing about Keem, though, is like if it's a good enough idea, he'll come back to me and he'll say, I want to do something like that. That's happened before. But this was just more like a off the hip kind of fire, because when I was trying to think about, oh, well, they're firing Tommy because he was so boring and he didn't produce any shows, or thinking about how he could put these two idiots in more like, not, I hate when they say scripted drama, because it's not scripted drama. You could do an activity and kind of know what the outcome is going to be, but it's not like wrestling scripted, because I 100% guarantee you that Keemstar has never written out a script. I've never seen a script in all the years I worked at Drum Alert. There was never a script. There was a chat that had all the news, and then all that news filtered down into like an outline, like a docket kind of thing. And then he just went on from there. He had his accents and went on from there. So he was just that good. He's that good at improvising. But some of these ideas, especially when you're working with an ensemble with these people, you need to plan it out a little bit more. So like if you were to do like an RV trip, you'd have to plan this out months in advance. You'd have to have the money down for the RV. You'd have to have the money down for the deposit. You'd have to have, emergency money in case something happens on the road. You have to, gas, all the, incidentals that comes through, those big fuckers are going to eat. So it would have to be something more or less along the lines of like, if you wanted to see it, the fans would have to fund it. And like, if they're making what they're making in memberships right now, I mean, shit, man, they make like $10,000 a month on just memberships. That's probably 2,500 members, maybe. Draenor knows what I'm talking about. Reality TV is always fake because everyone knows that they're on camera, and it'd be boring with the producer doing things. Exactly. Like, I don't have to tell you to act on camera. You know you're on camera, especially after doing this so many years. He knows exactly how to act big. When they go to the grocery store, that's a great idea. All you need to do is just have someone there to film you IRL. Have a good IRL setup, though, an IRL streaming setup. Like, let's put some money into it. Right now, they're not going to. They're just going to make it with an iPhone. But both of these fuckers shopping at the same time, and then what you would have to do in order to make it fun was you hire like some Chippendales to go in there in the middle of them shopping, and they just go in there and they start fucking 2 or 3 dudes start dancing on Boogie, like they're ripping off Boogie's clothes and stuff in the middle of in the middle of the Publix, What else could you do? You hire a bunch of clowns to come in there and start hitting them in pies. Just whatever. Something besides, just sitting around and jerking off to each other on a live stream.
It wouldn't be fair, with me doing all the work and pulling all that. So that's how that blew up. And the main thing with Bait It was, we are not talking about fucking finances on the fucking show. All right. At the beginning of Lolcow Live, my idea, my show, whatever. I handpicked Tommy C to come on with Wings and Boogie. That was a recommendation from Nicholas Diorio. There's been a couple recommendations that haven't worked out there.
Shout out Nick Diorio, fucking up the bag as usual.
Everything was fine and all at the very beginning. I mean, there were some hiccups here because you got to like kind of get into your groove and whatnot. But the main thing that I kept stressing from the very beginning is do not talk about finances. Do not talk about what you're getting paid, any of this shit. Do not talk about.
That's a good one. Oh, you know what? hire him up, and they'll have one dude that has a tuba, and he could do that Family Guy thing where they're like boom 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 everywhere he walks, no matter where he goes, just boom 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 everywhere.
About finances. Right away, these guys start talking about finances. I'm getting paid this much, and and this, and half the information is.
I mean, a Lolcow live tour where it's just the RV and they're just going city to city. It could work. Problem with that is like you're talking with two of the most immobile people ever. So like getting them on the RV, you probably have a max of like 5 days before they just give up.
Isn't even fucking true. It's not even fucking true. Now, I understand from an audience perspective, right? You would want to know what the finances are. If I was an audience member, I would want to know, well, how much are these guys exactly getting paid and who gets paid what and da-da-da. I would be curious. So if I'm willing to put myself in the audience shoes, try to put yourself in my shoes. You don't want any of these idiots talking about this. Duh. Like fucking just leaking every bit of fucking private information about the company and the business, and fuck them. You can say L all you want, but it's the fucking truth. And
okay, so that was Keem going off on Tommy. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, since Tommy ran this stream today and most people haven't seen it just quite yet, we're going to go there. So this is Tommy's stream. Everyone knows that he leaked the NDA. He didn't have it looked over by his attorney. He didn't have it like revised. He is in another country, so I don't understand what the play was. But he put out a couple of video tweets earlier talking about him not being paid by Keem. And I thought, well, this is kind of weird. It's like, I had a problem. One of the reasons why I left Drama Alert, the last thing, was because I wasn't getting paid the last month I was there. And that's the reason why I had to disconnect him from all the channels that, from that one channel, my main channel. I had to disconnect him from ownership because I was leaving and I needed all assets with my social security number and that, truthfully, I owned to go with me. Keem does like to bully and throw his weight around, and I'm all for using leverage whenever you're in negotiations and whatnot. But when we're talking about work, like work that has been done and the show has been done and we've already got the analytics and we know how much we've been paid for it, like that's something completely different. And I can't jump behind shitting on Tommy for being concerned about the $6,000 that he is owed, or whatever amount that he is owed in total for that month, because it seems that Keem did give him permission to go on vacation. And this video came out earlier today and has his explaining his side of it. So let's just listen to it real quick, and then we'll get into history.
I just got a message from Keemstar. I know you guys are a lot interested in my pay situation. I'm not playing this game where we have to get into discussion over what. I work the month of July. I'm to be paid the month of July and walk. I'm not playing any games, not getting to manipulative bullshit or anything like that. He went on and told people he wouldn't pay me. He's going to pay me for the month of July. I'm not going for a meeting with him. We're not getting a discussion. We're not going to have a debate. I'm just going to make this public right now. He used to pay me for what I've done because I don't want to do anything else. I want out. I'm done. I did my part. I'm to be paid. And I'm not getting nitpicked over vacation that I put in months earlier. Pay me, Keemstar. I will take this to the public. I don't want to do anything with you in private. You are to pay me for what I did. That's it. Bye.
So there's Tommy's response to Keem saying that he wasn't going to pay, and actually probably need to go back to the original one, but this is going to be in what Keem's saying he's not going to pay Tommy. That clip that of course came from Nicholas DeOrio, because he is a obsessed with Keem and all of this. So let's take that down and go to the stream where he talks about what happened between him and Keem that happened last time between him and Keem, because Tommy, even though I feel for you, you need to get your money that you work for. I don't really care about you. So either which way, it doesn't really matter to me, because you're a shit worker. You're pretty lazy and you don't really come up with any ideas per se. And you're not a leader and you don't manage anything. So let's see Tommy's stream. He started this a few hours ago. If you haven't seen it, it's still going on right now, as a matter of fact. Keem was in his chat earlier under the Lolcow Live Lolcow Live channel name in the chat. So there's a couple of screenshots that I took that we'll take a look at. But here is Tommy's stream, and he's going to be explaining how he's getting fucked over by Keemstar yet again.
We didn't get together is because he wouldn't go into a call with me where it was both recorded. So to protect me from being accused of quitting, because the whole NDA thing was a way to get backdoor to get me fired. It was a tool, not that it was ever legal in the first place, to get me canned. So I'm asking you, absolutely, put pressure on him, get me paid. Thank you. That's it. First, hello?
Pay him his fucking money.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's really
It's
it.
my money.
There's nothing to talk
It's not
about.
your money. It's not Boogie's money. It's my money. The piano was home Tuesday, and he didn't want to talk.
Here we
He's
go.
got nothing.
I can't believe that Nick.
So I think it's his last ditch effort to try to get something on you.
They
Is by
record.
having
Yeah,
him call you
they
and
want.
go, God,
Yeah.
I tried to work with Tommy. He's being unreasonable. He doesn't want
Yeah,
he's
I'm being
ungrateful.
reasonable.
Like,
No, it's unreasonable to say you're not going to pay me, ha ha ha,
Exactly,
and
Tiger
then want to go
King.
to the drawing board and have
Exactly.
a conversation ready afterwards. No, the pay's non-negotiable. Nothing's negotiable. Nothing. I'm not going to sit there. Well, you didn't work this day, and you didn't. And you could have done that, and you could have done that.
Mark my words. He'll probably take less. He'll take a settlement. He'll take a less than settlement, probably. If he sticks to his guns, he might get the whole thing, because he is in the right. Keem is in the wrong on this one. But it's all a question of who blinks first.
And you had an extended vacation, even though I didn't. Told him to be home Tuesday, and I was home Tuesday, and he didn't want to talk because the entire conversation, get this, was going to be about the phony fake NDA. So, and this is what happened.
I don't know, Lumi, for real.
Probably gonna hang out with you guys, play Fallout 76 and bullshit.
A Boogie was soft fire, not
like
Tommy.
you
went to the hooker counter or anything.
This is, by the way, Nick recording the private stream. Apparently, Keem was
Of
getting
course
so
it is.
battered that they did a private stream in Discord. I do these too once in a while, by the way. I did one today. Like I did one of these today, and there it is.
You lose track of how many
Somebody in the
firings
chat
happened.
asked if I'll pay Tommy C for his last month. His last month was June, and he was already paid for that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's already been paid.
hey, buddy.
So he already got paid his last month.
Yeah, that's how jobs work. What a cheap fuck, dude. What a cheapskate.
Hello.
Keep in mind,
Technically, he's a contractor. He's 1099 with Keem. While this is shit, this is not a quote unquote job where you get severance, benefits, anything like that. You're just a contractor. You know, I don't know what his original agreement was. I don't know, understand why you ever thought that he owned anything if he didn't sign anything to that effect saying, I own 25% of X, Y, and Z. You know, that's what I asked Akeem to do with my channel. And he didn't want to do it then. But that's kind of how he got fucked over on that. I had to make the move on him because if I didn't, I would be a bitch. Kind of like here with Tommy. He had to make the move to the public to tell everyone what's going on because, you know, this is big enough to actually talk about. And it's not a lot of money. It really isn't. They made 25 grand last month, and that was their best month ever. So when you take out all the YouTube fees, they're talking about, I don't even know if it would be a whole 6 grand after YouTube fees. It'd probably be something more like 4. But who knows? I don't have their analytics right in front of me. Any person that owns a channel, you have access to the analytics of that channel. If you don't have access to the analytics of the channel and someone's saying you own this channel, then you don't own that channel. Period, point blank. because it's really easy to make people either admins or managers or just even workers on a channel now once it becomes a brand channel. Like the Pescator channel, my channel, the one that has the check mark, the one that's verified. I can't get any gifted memberships with that channel because it is technically a brand channel. It's a business channel. So I can have people that are my mods, people that just do analytics, people that just do thumbnails, and I can give them permissions for each set of jobs, right? Now, Keem doesn't do that for people that work on his channels. Never has, probably never will. To my recollection, I'm the only person that I've ever known that either worked at Drama Alert before or after that had full permissions for a channel from creation up until this point. I've never heard of another person that worked for Keem that had that privilege. And I don't know why he let me have it. I think he was just kind of slipping, but it doesn't really matter because the verified channel that I have is really good for getting in touch with YouTube if there's a problem, or if I have an issue, or if someone has an issue and I need to help them out. It's really easy to get them YouTube help that way. They're pretty quick actually when you're verified.
The Destiny stream is broadcast out of this house, right? I worked all the way.
My favorite part of that clip is the boogie echo after everything Keem says. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, he worked till June. He was paid for June.
Yes, that's very true. Yes.
Well, I tell you something else. I know you guys lost a shit ton of memberships at this point, Boogie and Wings. You know, if they really wanted to pay you guys back, really pay you back. You know, I even said in the last stream, look, I understand why you want Keem there instead of I do. He's the bigger draw. He's the bigger name and what have you. But he has done so many stupid things to this podcast going all the way back to October that this move is probably going to affect your bottom line even more. At the end of this, I wonder, Boogie and Wings, if you're going to find out that you're better off with me because he's just going to continue to destroy this.
There's some truth in there. There's some facts in there. And then there's some bullshit. For one, Wings and Boogie can't stand there on their own 2 feet and manage a podcast at this level, making this kind of money. They can't, period, point blank. Not even with Tommy. They can't even do it, right? So Keem has to come in because manager-wise, back-end wise, Keem's the only one that has that kind of clout, okay? Now, I agree with Tommy. Keem made some bad decisions with this channel. One of them being getting an editor and filming a whole podcast that has to be edited and it's VOD and all this shit. Fuck it. YouTube right now, if you're looking to blow up, it's all about streaming. It's all about streaming. You don't have to just be a streamer, but you have to integrate in streaming some way into the content. And that also means interacting with chat and reading out super chats and being engaged and being there and being letting it flow, kind of. Some people accuse me on quality content about killing the flow, like inserting videos and killing the flow. And I understand what you're saying. I get it. Okay. Now, I was also testing out, experimenting with a lot of things to see what would work and what would not work. And if I did it again this time, I probably wouldn't just cold jump into videos because that didn't really work as well as I thought it would. I thought it would be kind of funny to just throw videos out, but that didn't really work as well as I thought it would. So I would refine that. But that's you working on your show. Revision, seeing what works, what doesn't work, taking out the stuff that doesn't work, trying new stuff that does work, being afraid to, not being afraid to fail. That's a tongue twister right there. Not being afraid to fail. Because once in a while you might actually experiment and hit something that actually is really good. So Keem needed to keep it with this just being a live show because it's more fun when it's live, because people can call it scripted content, but when it's filmed and edited, I consider that more scripted content because someone's come back over that and edited and put this into a narrative of their choosing instead of the people, the viewer, just taking in the content and them choosing what it is. Is this, am I, mad at this person? Am I liking that person? It's all, it's all engaging. It's all real. And that's the reason why their live show went from 1,500, 2,000 viewers to 7,000 viewers average. And when they were having big controversy, 15, 16, 17,000. You know, those kind of numbers are rare air. So leaving a podcast like this, I don't know. I don't think Tommy put the effort into it. Yes, Keem is he is a horrible person to work with. He's not the best boss, but he taught me a lot of things about YouTube. He taught me a lot of things about the entertainment business as well, and the business of entertainment as well. There is this total different side of this that is the business side that is totally different than making content. Has nothing to do with editing, making content, being engaged while on stream, none of that. So that's a skill in and of itself. Totally real people. Totally real. Captain saying he don't think that I was hurting the flow. I appreciate that, Captain, but there were times when I purposely hurt the flow in order to throw out what I thought would be a funny video or like something, you know, break the ice or kind of stop the car. I did that intentionally. And I did it because I thought it would be something like those non sequiturs, out of left field type of stuff. Like when you were watching a Gundam stream or a Gundam video, you know how when he tells a joke, there's a cutaway after it, kind of like how Family Guy does it. I was trying to imitate that, but it doesn't really work that well in an IRL format, especially when you have an interview guest. Now, I think it worked pretty good with the last show we did, the one with Think Before You Sleep. I had those clips from the college, those weird girls doing the college, weird classes at college. That, I think, worked about as best as I did it for any of the other shows. But I take criticism well, you know. If there was something that people didn't like about this show, I'd hope that you would tell me. Because I'm trying to make this show enjoyable, entertaining for y'all. And I know you hear people say that all the time, but for me, I'm not looking to get your money. I don't want you to pay me money. I just want y'all to show up to the stream, tell me what y'all want to talk about. Let's have some fun. You know, see if we can get something started. You know, small embers start a big fire. And I've seen it happen. I've made it happen. So I know it's possible.
It's completely unnecessary to make me sign that NDA. It was completely unnecessary to go about it like this. I was always ready to work. Everything has been about a manipulation. Try to make it look like I quit. Try to make it look like I'm not being reasonable signing this NDA. Telling people that I was lying about the NDA being open, even though they never read it. And now you want me to negotiate with them? No. Here's the thing, and I'll drop another bomb too. I will no longer work with him. I'm done. I'm serious. I could be friendly with them. I could play video games with them. Whatever. That's fine. I'm not going to turn this into Shot from the Point 2017 and 18 again. I'm not interested in that. I have no interest in that. I'm interested in getting what I earned. I'm not asking for anything unreasonable, and I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, seriously, like you knew how this was you knew how Keem works. You've worked with him before. It's great that you're saying this now, that you've gotten all the views, the viewers, the subscribers. You've kind of hit the plateau of what you could do over there. So, you know, you did well for yourself. We'll give you that. And you do need to get paid for what you did. Now, I don't really know what you did, but you were there. So he needs to pay you. It's nothing, Keem. If you're listening to this stream at all, just pay the motherfucker the money and move the fuck on. Otherwise, if you're doing this for content, just to jazz him up and gas him up and get him to do something fucked up, he's probably not going to do anything fucked up because you can't play the same gag twice. He knows how it's going to work. So it's not funny. Just give him the money, let him cry about it for a few days. After a week, no one will remember this, especially when like something else happens with Boogie or Wings, and then they're like, well, Tommy who? You know, I didn't even know he was coming on the streams anymore. So let's just push on from that, Keem. Let him have his couple $1,000. It's not a big deal. It doesn't even come out of your pocket anyway. So, push it on. TV's Will Heron is in the chat, everyone. Check it out. What's going on, Will? Will has survived Keanu Gate. I know last week I was going to talk about it when I wasn't here, but the chick, I don't even know her name, Keanu, she is in the Dabbleverse. Her and Chrissy Mayer had the great idea to threaten to strike a clipper, another YouTuber, and thought that the optics on that would work out really well for them. Spoiler alert, it didn't. And everyone sided with Will, and that's great because Will's a great guy. He asked for permission for anything he clipped, so I don't understand why they even thought that he was being malicious or whatnot. Maybe they just didn't like his titles, but I mean, shit, it's your channel. He's not manipulating the video. It's just you. Turns out that she loves clippers, just not me. Yeah, that's what they all say. Yeah. Yeah, Keanu Thompson, that's what it was. That's Keanu Thompson. The one that's with Gino, she's engaged to Gino, who comes from Compound Media, who just merged with censored.com because he was paying out the ass. Anthony from Opie and Anthony fame, he was paying out the ass for his back end staff. They were making like 6 figures for producers, low producers. And most of the people that were on that network, I heard they did pretty well as far as splits are concerned. Because when they merged with Censored Media and they had Gavin McGinnis there to redo their contracts, they didn't like the new contract. They said it was like 1/10 of what they got. And that's just what it is now. When you're YouTube front facing, you don't survive off of your own memberships that's driving to your site, then it's a lot less. It's a lot less. People think that this is 2014 YouTube. If they first start, I'm not talking about people that have been doing this for years, but people that first get in the game and they want to know how much money is to be made here. Back in 2014, I could tell you $1 million views would net you probably like $10,000. Nowadays, 1 million views probably do anywhere from like under 5 totally, probably in the 4 to 3 range. Tiger King, I like the Clippers of the Winter Championship. They might as well. Will was the MVP. He took one for all Clippers. But yeah, that was crazy drama from the other week ago. And he does good work. So y'all check him out. Check out his channel if y'all haven't. TV's Will Heron. There's a lot of Dabbleverse. He does a lot of Kino Casino, stuff like that. DSP. I'm sure that's going to be kind of interlooped. All your favorite lolcows and detractors, they orbit in each other's gravitational pulls. So every once in a while, you'll see us here and there and everywhere. I know people say that about me all the time. They're like, they'll see me on, what was it? A Sturm pinball video. Like, I love pinball games. I have 2 pinball machines myself. I collect Sturm pinball. And they had a new game that came out. I think it was the Jaws game. Or no, the John Wick game. And I said something on their debut video for it. And I was like, oh, this is a sick video. Sick game. I loved y'all got Ian McShane to do the voice work. And I had all these people who were like, oh my God, Pescator? Most of them were like, Pescator, the one that made that rant against Doria? Oh my God. But some people were like, oh my God, Pescator from Quality Content? Oh my God, you're still over here? Oh, da-da-da. And to me, that's funny because I don't consider myself a public person at all. Even though technically I am a public person because of the lawsuits, but I don't consider that for YouTube. I've always been fine to stay behind the scenes. So whenever anyone does recognize my name is kind of cool. Bim, why can't you super chat? Because I am not monetized. I am not monetized. The reason why is when I left Quality Content and I was getting my watch hours up to be monetized. By the time that I got them and I sent out my application, I had Gundam's artist copyright strike me, like the bad copyright strike me 4 times. It actually just ended up being 1 strike, but that destroyed my monetization application. So they denied it. And right now I don't have a super chat button, but if you would like to donate, there's a link at the top of the chat that goes to Streamlabs. And I check it every once in a while. I don't have it set up for the screen just quite yet because I wanted to do something with my avatar. But I do check it, so I'll read out any chats that are gone through Streamlabs, and I appreciate if anyone does donate. All the money donated goes to making the stream even better, no matter what it is, graphics, hiring thumbnail makers, the whole get down. I got every one of them back, actually. The only one that I didn't get back was the one that I agreed with her to take down, and that was the one that I put her full name in the title. That one I didn't mind because it was specifically on her, and it's not good content. It was just something that I had to do. I don't even know if I gave it a number. I think I did give it a number, and that sucks. I probably shouldn't have given it a number. But yeah, that's the only one that has been taken down. The other 4, they went right back up, and that was great.
Not willing to negotiate it. No person in any union and any business, no corporation would even try a stunt like this. The only people that would ever try something like this is lowlifes that have a family business. That's the only time I've ever seen this done before, where I don't pay you, and it usually gets 1 call and it's taken out. I don't have that option because we're in the same country. I'm told I can complain to some German thing, and maybe he couldn't do business here or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing it. It's completely ridiculous. I'm saying I want what I was paid for. I worked the entire month. I was fired in August. I was fired live on the show in August. So this bullshit. He wanted to see if it would fly. It went over like a fart in church, and now he wants to talk. No talking. That's it. No.
Lumi, a lot of new content creators need to realize that it's extremely hard to make streaming full time, make a living streaming full time. I even plan on keeping a part-time job if I make a decent amount monthly. And that's smart. People get a weird idea of the kind of revenue that this ends up making. I know that there are channels that people watch and they see the big stream, super chats come in, 500. I've been on them. Shit, the quality content had the times that we did Kirsha, those like close to $4,000. You don't understand how much money was just flying in. It was we were only doing it for like 4 to 5 hours. So $4,000, that's a little bit less than, that's $800 an hour. $800 an hour. You know how many super chats you have to get through in order to get $800 in an hour? It was mind blowing, the kind of money that's coming in. And to me, money it's not important in the stream, but what it does symbolize and what it does show is that the people watching it enjoy it so much that they would give real money to you as a thank you. And that to me is a powerful recognition. And I understand why sometimes some of these streamers are like, oh my God, this is so hard. I can't understand. It's so streaming. Speaking for a very long period of time is hard in and of itself, but doing this is not hard. Okay. Prepping a show that will entertain a large audience is hard. Performing the show is really not that hard if you're a professional and if you do this all the time. If you're new to this game, my advice has always been to find your niche, find something that you are specifically good at rather than being good at very many things. Don't be a Phil. Don't be a variety streamer. You know what I'm saying? That's too much shit to cover. And everyone's going to do it better than you. There's going to be many people that do better than you. So, oh my God. Lumi says, as a thank you, one of her viewers got I say her. I'm got them $130 wheel of cheese. Bravo. I mean, who else does that? Can you entertain people over the internet so well that they send you $130 in cheese? Wheel cheese? Terabit, what's going on? Yeah, one Kirsha last stream. Chat got a new PC. What? On the last stream? Yeah, it was what they gave on last stream was like $3,400 during that stream. It was ridiculous. Like when the show was pumping, when we were like in our stride, after like the first, I think it's like the first 5 shows. Once we got it done with the first 5 shows, then we were pumping, y'all. I'm telling you, $1,500 average on super chats is amazing. Lolcow Live doesn't even do that, and they're doing great numbers. We're talking about that was Rich RTU Streams was actually doing those numbers before he fell off. Before he fired Jay and fell off on his numbers, he had close to $500,000 in super chats over a 4-year period. It was fucking nuts. Oh, can I show this on stream? Lumi, can I show your wheel of cheese on stream? This is hilarious. One of her last stream, her chat gave her enough to get a new. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. Gave her enough to. What was she was having problems with her PC? I'm guessing. That's pretty cool. And I mean, that was the other thing is like you saw. We're gonna look at this cheese. Fuck Tommy. You saw the chat and quality content. They were literally giving Gundam enough money that he didn't have to do it, but just maybe a few more months, and he could have moved out. You know, interest rates didn't drop down this year, but I could have told you that. So stack your bread till next year, and then it's whatever. I don't know what his number was for this month, the month that I left. Maybe we'll look at the analytics, but I don't like doing that. I mean, that's kind of, being like, oh, I left and this is your numbers went down. I don't like doing that. But they might have gone up. Who the hell knows? All right, let me show everybody this amazing $130 viewer bought piece of cheese. One of Lumi's viewers bought this piece of cheese right here. This is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, wait. Hold on a second, chat. I'm just going to pull it up this way. Say cheese. Look at this, y'all. Shipped items. What kind of cheese is this again? Reganito? Reganito? 10 pounds. A fucking 10-pound wheel. That's almost as much as the wheel I just bought for a Honda weighs. No shit. That's a lot of fucking cheese. What are you going to do with all that goddamn cheese, Louie? Parmesan oregano. Oh, okay. There we go. Making quesadillas out of there. You go.
Give me your mailing address. ass. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't say a factual observation. Shut the fuck up. Who? Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my ball. Eat it.
Here's your cheese. Gone in. Gone in. I just had to play that real quick. That's what I thought of. As soon as Rooftop Korean had to chime in. What's happening, RTK? Phoebe says you're lactose intolerant, though. Are you? That'll kill you if you are. Go on and get you a spoon. Go on and get you a spoon and eat the shit out of his ass. Eat the cheese. Yeah, that's a lot of cheese. But congratulations. That's impressive. That is very impressive. Congratulations. Eat it. Lumi says it'll kill her ass, but not her boyfriend. Well, your boyfriend better have some creative ideas for all this fucking cheese. You're gonna have cheese lasagna, cheese pizza, goddamn cheese tacos, cheese soup, cheese hats, cheesecake, nacho cheese, every bit of cheese. God damn with the cheese. That's the other thing is like, how are you going to be a viewer? And I hope they told you they were at least going to send you this cheese, because I don't know if I would take viewer cheese, especially if it just came in a box. Like, came in a box wrapped with saran wrap. Don't know if I'm going to be using that cheese. Now, if it came from, I say reputable, like I'm talking like Phil. If it came from a store or whatever, that's totally different. But still, gifting cheese, I do hope you ask for it. Not just show it like, hey, baby, I got this cheese. Get these cheeseburgers, man. Cheese grits. Nacho cheese is in the name. They love cheese. Yeah, nothing can be worse than government cheese. That shit, if you take a lighter to it and burn it, it turns black. You can actually use that for sealant, too. Are y'all done with the Lolcow Live? Is everybody kind of up to date? I can show y'all a couple of the tweets that Keem did, actually. That is the one thing that we can end on, because this was what Keem was talking about right before I started the show. So I don't know exactly what's happened since this point, but Willie Mack had tweeted, Keem is the only person I know that can withhold $6,000 from an employee and claim to be the one who was scammed. The Lolcow behavior is on point. And this was what he wrote in the stream that we were just watching a minute ago. Tommy, sorry, bud. You're not going to scam me. Maybe you can scam these viewers into thinking that you're a victim when you didn't even work. So he also replies, where is the Keemstar reply? Oh, he just tweeted out something. Well, let's go to the other one that he was watching. He was talking about. There's the Boogie and Wings shopping stream this tomorrow. That should be cool. I think I might end up being on the panel for that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I am in the Discord now, so we'll just see. Anyways, this is what Keem's saying. He says, Tommy, on September the 1st, on the normal pay schedule, you'll be paid the normal 25% for the full month of July. It should be around $6,000. I deleted all my previous still very wanted to make it as that I'm being scammed and no one cares. P.S. I hate you all. So he did. He took my advice 32 minutes ago. Maybe he was watching the stream and he ends up paying Tommy his money. $6,000 on September 1st. The normal pay schedule, you'll be paid the normal 25% for the full month of July. And he deleted his tweets, and that's the reason why I can't find them. That's the reason why I can't find them. But chat, this is another tip if you're going to work on YouTube. One of the things you need to realize is people like to delete their tweets, kind of hide their misdeeds, hide their missteps. So what is important to do whenever you see something that actually might be useful, you 120% screenshot that puppy right then and there. This is what Keem deleted. Tommy only did one stream in July. That was his last stream, and he told multiple people he was quitting. Then he decided, no, I'm going to go get fired. So he purposely started a bunch of feuds with me on vacation in hopes of getting fired. When he came back from vacation, he still didn't work. And then he fired up a live stream and started leaking all kinds of fucking financial information, forcing me to fire him. I am not paying him for the time he did not work, and nothing is going to change my mind. Well, something changed your mind. It was a decent move, but this was an unforced error. So he's gone. You don't have to worry about him anymore. For future, start working with people that are outside of the commentary community. You have drained that little lake dry for all the fish worth a shit. Okay? There's no good recruits coming up in the commentary community right now. Period. The next person that works on Lolcow needs to have management experience or producer experience or experience working with many men that don't, how do I put this? Don't have the brain power nor the actual resources to do some of these entertainment ventures. Otherwise, they would have done it. If Boogie and Wings could have done shit like this, they would have done it. But they can't. So you got to have somebody that knows how to do it. Tommy wasn't that guy. And if Keem doesn't want to be that guy because Drama Alert's coming back this fall, then you got to find somebody that's fire. You got to find somebody like me, truthfully. But I don't want the job. I don't want to work with them because that's hell on earth. I might think about working with them in a limited capacity. Like if they wanted to do the RV thing, like that would be something that I would definitely work on because I don't want to be the next person to get fired. See what I'm saying? But I'll definitely, add my producer skills to the mix because I do management very well. If Keem is listening, send him $6,000 worth of cheese. Yeah, Keem, send him $6,000 worth of block cheese. That's a hell of a pay schedule. The way it works out is YouTube checks go out on the 21st of each month. So the 21st of each month, those checks go out to Keemstar's company. The money goes in the account. And then on September the 1st, they're paid for 2 months back. See what I'm saying? So they're paid for July on September 1st. October 1st, paid for August. And the only reason why they do that is because now Keem takes taxes out, or they might know. He just runs it through, so on his side, he's all Gucci on his taxes. Because remember, when I worked at Drama Alert, I made no taxes. Like $60,000 in taxes. It's good money. Anyways, Tire King, can you talk about Keem backtracking on Mr. Beast coverage comments like he got paid off? Sure, I can. let's talk about that was when he was discussing the likes and the dislikes, right? It was a few days ago, I think. Actually, do y'all want to go into the DSP stuff or the Cobra stuff next? 1 for DSP, 2 for Cobra. Go on ahead and hit it up in the chat. And if you hadn't hit the like button, go on and hit the like while you're down there too. But actually, I can just make a poll. Let me just make a poll. I know everyone's going to start typing, but let me make a poll. Because there's too many. Yeah, there's too many. I can't. There's going to be way too many. We're going to have to do a poll for this one. Okay. What dumpster should we dig in next? We've got DSP, and then we've got Cobra. There we go. Chat away. Rebound in the chat. What's going on? If I did my math right, going by the price of that cheese wheel earlier, 6,000 will get you somewhere around 458 pounds of fucking cheese. $6,000 will get you 450 pounds of block of cheese. Amazing. Where would you even store for fucking 400 pounds of cheese? Saren in the chat talking about as a white man, he needs all that cheddar cheese. He needs his chips with dip. Nacho cheese, it's in the name, so the game is going to stay the same. I tried to stay up and catch it late last night live, but they go too late for me and I'm old. I watched a little bit of it too. I had to catch the streams today, kind of going over it. I caught the tail end of it, actually. I don't think I caught the very beginning. I caught the tail end of it. Right now, it looks like DSP is winning by a fucking mile. So let's just go there. That. Look at this, 1.35 boogies of cheese. We're doing complex arithmetic over here. Pescator Live. 1.35 boogies of cheese. $6,000 for 1.35 boogies of cheese. I've been great, Lumi. How have you been? I mean, we know you've been collecting cheese from your cheese simps, but I mean, it looks like you're doing great. Gummy Bear Chris talking about watch Wendigoon's video on the government cheese conspiracy. I'll watch that when I am on my own time. They know where to hide the cheese. Totally agree. But let's go ahead and check out some of this Kino Casino. Big ups to the casino dudes. Warski, this is a major get. I never thought I'd see the day when DSP would show up on fucking Kino Casino. Did anyone ever think for their bingo card for 2024, you would have DSP going on Kino Casino to talk about Ethan Ralph and Nick Rekieta? I was confused in the very beginning. I thought he didn't know who these people are, but there is no way that he has not seen some of these videos, and they talked to him like a dog a few weeks ago. Now, I love the way that Ashton's playing this, because No one wants a retread of the side scrollers. No one wants someone to go in and be like, Phil, what about the $5,000? Phil, what about WWE champions? Phil, what about this? What about that? What about this? I want to see Phil graze a little bit in his Lolcow meadow. I want to see him be able to chew on some of that Lolcow grass out there in the meadow with his 2 new farmer buddies. Because they are really going for the long con on this one. And as an appreciation, as someone that appreciates the long con, I have to give it up to these 2 gentlemen, Ashton and Worski. Bravo. This entire situational content is something that I never thought I would see ever since watching Phil. I never thought I would see Phil interact freely with adult men on a stream that he's not, being interrogated with. Like, even though he looks awkward as fuck and he lies the whole time and it's just like a retread of his pre-stream, no matter what, it's going to be funny when they keep building his guard down, knocking the guard down a little bit more. And then they could get into stuff where they don't even have to prompt him anymore. Phil will just let the gold fall right out of his ass.
Hell yeah. We got some funny things to show you, dude. Get ready. Hold on to your hat, bud.
All right. So this is a lot of people trace this moment that we're about to show you as the real start of Nick Rekieta's downfall.
Yeah. Oh,
because he became obsessed with the Baldo. He got a sponsorship for the Baldo, and people critiqued the Baldo.
Okay, now, Ben, before we get into it, I understand this. I understand what you're saying, the DSP ass kissing, and I watched it for a while, and it was one of the reasons why I had to mute it, because we know as an audience that they are buddy trolling him. And if you listen to what Ashton says, then you would totally know that. He's too quick for Phil. He's a little bit too quick-witted. And since Phil doesn't have any context, doesn't have any lore understanding about anyone on YouTube, even though he's been here for 15 fucking years, the only people he knows are just the top headline people. He doesn't know anyone from the sector. He doesn't know anyone from like the Dabbleverse. He doesn't know anyone. He hardly knows anyone from like the Dramasphere. He doesn't know anyone from the commentary community. He doesn't know anyone from the Red Pill community. Nothing. He knows a few names that his chat tells him about, but he doesn't know how these people interact or what they've done in the past. Truth be told, look who he's talking to right now. If he understood who these people were, he would not be here. But he is so starved for having a friend, for having someone to talk to, for having someone to actually respond verbally instead of reading it on chat. For how many years has he done that now? Like 7? Like, this man was begging for a friend. And he'll take Kino Casino, which really probably one of the best friends that he could take at this point, because they'll do the ass kissing and the Kino Casino bros will show up and they'll donate for a few weeks. But there's no way in hell that Phil keeps viewers with the content that he spits out day in and day out, 7 hours a fucking day.
Oh,
what the hell's the Baldo?
Here, let's
okay, so we're
go
gonna
to
show you
number
this.
one.
Oh, and just for history,
The robust Ronin knows exactly what's going down.
He covered you and stuff. You knew about him a little bit. You covered it. That's how we basically, like, you knew about us, was us covering him or whatever. But here it is. This was the start of the downfall, everyone thinks. Okay, here we go.
The Baldo. It takes it out to you. So the Baldo review is coming.
You ready for the Baldo review?
Point. I've got at least one more full-on go with it.
So he's actually using it.
Okay.
He's talking about how he's going to have a full-on go with the Baldo,
And
but you still don't know what it is.
He'll tell you what it is.
God.
Honestly,
God.
I wish I didn't know what it is. I feel bad that
Watch
you're
his
learning
stupid
this,
face.
to be honest.
No rings.
This is all he does all
Added one
night
ring.
long. Fake
Do we
laugh,
just tell him what the
rings
Baldo is?
are better.
nervous laugh,
The rings are better. So there's a
shakes
demonstration.
his head and goes,
Okay,
wow.
here we go. The Baldo.
Here it
Wow.
comes.
Real quick, we won't spend all this time on this.
He spent
Like,
a lot
full
of time
review.
on this.
Yeah, a bit
Rebound
too
saying
much.
he reckons
month.
DSP would be a better person if he had real friends. Perhaps, but Phil's too far gone. He'll never listen to anyone besides the voice in his head. He might be at the point where he's just so lonely that he'll just take whatever he can get and it just doesn't matter. But he also knows that this is an opportunity for him to come up and to be more respected. And seriously, I hope he really does bring his profile up more, because that gives us more opportunity to fuck with him, because he'll be more inclined to go to venture out. He'll say, well, it's not that bad. I went on a drama show and look what I got in return. Maybe I could venture out a little bit more on this show or that show. I don't think so. I think he's going to be exclusively the plaything for Kino Casino for quite some time. But we could be seeing a new dawn of Lolcow content from Phil.
Senior, he would explain it to every guest and try and convince them to try it out.
Remember,
Okay.
professional lawyer, YouTube lawyer, as you said, and he had like these like people who were like professionals. They weren't like shit posters or whatever.
He was coming, but
And this is what he said
so
to
here
them.
you go.
Whoa.
This is the Baldo, and this number, this is Drexel's. This is unused.
Okay.
Wait, okay.
I like he had to specify it's unused.
What do you mean?
Like, thanks
How
for
can-
clearing that up. You know,
No.
like, you definitely needed to know that was an unused one that you're showing us on your screen.
How can it be somebody else's and at the same time be unused?
And opened out of the package. Here, he's going to tell you how this thing works.
But this number you got to do and shove your balls in there.
Oh,
And it's really terrifying that you might snap them shut. And it just, like, these things kind of get in the way. All right?
Whoa.
So, no ring, not recommended. Once you put this fucker on, first, this guy goes on, and it goes on way easier. You got to lubricate the inside of this thing.
Great color, Phil. Great color.
This guy got 100K viewing live.
No, let me just tell you straight what the Baldo is.
Tell them.
The Baldo is a dildo for your balls. So you insert your balls into that. And then you dip your balls into your wife's vagina.
I see.
Yes. So he has a problem. So what's happened is have you heard of what happened where he had this polycule? You don't have any idea, right?
I have no idea.
No, of course not. Why would Phil know anything else besides fucking what day games release? Jesus Christ. Like I don't keep up with everything as much as I used to when I worked at Drama Alert, but I still understand where you could search for lore, what groups they come from, what factions. It's like living in the wasteland of Mad Max, and like you've got the faction of community commentary YouTubers over here, and then Dabbleverse over there, Red Pills over there firing guns and shit, and then you got gun YouTubers over there. Then you got like media YouTubers like Nerdrotic and Gundam and Critical Drinker over here. Then you got the car dudes over there. It's like knowing this whole world, just the bird's eye view of it, the map of you are here. It would help, especially since you claim that you work on YouTube. It would help to know a few of these things. But Phil is perpetually unprepared.
So he's been married to his wife. They have 5 children. It's beautiful. It's wonderful, right? So there's another married couple that live in the same state as.
Oh yeah, by the way, you have to pick up on what Ashton's putting down, because these videos that they're showing Phil, they are not new. These videos are months, and even in this Baldo video, this thing is years old. So none of this is new. But every one of these videos has a double meaning to Phil. Towards the end, he'll pick up on the one where, like the one where Ralph's jerking off. Like that one was too blatant. But Ashton slipped in a couple of them. You just got to listen to him.
Is him that do an internet show called the Steel Toe Morning Show. And it's Aaron in April. Well, they moved into his house and Aaron started having sex with Rekida's wife and Rekida started having sex with his wife. Now, Aaron has told us that Rekida has trouble getting hard. He needs... I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. God. He came on the show. He did an interview and he said, like, he needs to take Cialis. He can't get it up anymore. So this was his idea that he could use this to penetrate his wife without having to use his penis that was broken. Thoughts, Phil?
Thoughts?
Listen.
Phil's got a broke dick. No one laughs like that. There's somebody that's like laughing because they're embarrassed because they have the same problem. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Rob Pyers knows PPP was sneaky. Bravo for that. He's gonna talk. He's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. Just think about if Phil wasn't in the room, and it was Phil. He was about to. There was Phil. He was talking about. No matter who he's talking about on screen, just imagine that PPP is talking about Phil, addressing Phil.
You could, in my opinion, you could do whatever the hell you want in the safe confines of your own home. I don't give two shits what you're doing in there as long as you
Uncle
keep it to
DSP.
yourself. But when you start bringing this shit to the public is when it's like, what are you doing? I mean, this is, again, once you put the clown makeup on, it doesn't wash off, right? So
he loves that. He loves that little saying that he thinks he come up with, but it's been around forever. But Phil, like you beg for daily bread. You literally beg for daily bread. Literally. You have no retirement plan. You have no plan that exceeds the week ahead. That to me is ridiculous, especially being at 42 and having at least a couple of $1 million run through your hands. You have nothing to show for it but the equity you have in your house in a 2018 Corolla, which it's fine. But if something happened tomorrow where, your channel is totally demonetized or something like that, PayPal closes your account, you're over with. You have no stability. And those little speeches he gives where it's like, even in the corporate world, you got no stability. Well, you do have severance packages there. You don't have it for YouTube. But be that as it may, YouTube's not assured money, and to base not only a living off of that, but your family's living and welfare, that is a dangerous game. But right now, he's enjoying the fruits of the casino, hitting it big at the casino. So good on him. Everyone needs to win every once in a while. It makes you not give up in general.
The moment he's bringing this up on his streams, how could anyone take him seriously as a lawyer, a content creator? He's just going to be a joke from now on.
I know.
I just don't understand why people do this shit. Like, what was he thinking he was going to get out of this?
Well,
like, I got some
people
viewers.
say it was a sponsorship, right? They think
but he's actually talking about that he's using it, and he's going to have another full-on go with it.
There's a difference between, even if it was a legit sponsorship, advertise the product and you move on. What is this segment where he's describing in detail to his audience what you do with it's a lewd sex act that you would do behind closed.
You mean he's describing the product and how it would be used, kind of like advertising it? This dude doesn't even think about what he says 15 seconds ahead of what he says. It is all an act with him. This is a little boy in a grown man, 42-year-old body pretending to be a man. And in that pretending to be a man, he looks at other people and just imitates them until that doesn't work anymore. He doesn't have his own personality. Everything that he's talking about right now is from the fucking podcast pre-stream. It's the same loop. It's the same goddamn loop. It's not real. This is scripted. To me, this is scripted.
Closed doors with your loved ones. You don't. Why are you bringing that to the forefront of a public audience?
How about if someone
and he's also
do it? Would you have a sponsor for 100K from them?
No. I'm a happily married man, and I have my private life, and I really like my
Let
private
me ask you straight up: would you use the
do that
Baldo,
as a gag.
Phil?
Privately,
Would you
out of here,
not
Phil.
use the
You
Baldo?
Would you
I don't
put
do
it
the
on-
Baldo.
on YouTube? Where does he get this? I want to be respected. I need to be respected for my gameplay on YouTube. I need to be respected to play toys on YouTube. Please give me money. I can't feed my fat fucking wife because I had to play games on YouTube. This money comes in from PayPal and goes right into my bank account and goes right out to Scopely. Why even have a bank account at that point? I'm going to go out and buy a $2,500 PC. Dishwasher don't work. Bathroom fucking broke. Other shit. There's probably other stuff that I can name in that house. Thousands of dollars of maintenance that needs to be done. He buys more toys because that's the dopamine hit he gets. He needed to make sure that he was going on Kino Casino. He couldn't just go on there with a fucking Dell laptop. Phil Burnell is too respected in the YouTube game for that.
I'm fine.
Once you put the Baldo on, it's tough to take it off, much like clown makeup. What I always say.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I mean, he had this image as this Christian family man, righteous guy.
Oh, did he? See, I don't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was like you're religious and Christian and like get married.
He wouldn't even swear on his streams for the longest time.
Oh, wow.
But then slowly over time, all this stuff got revealed. One of the other big moments that happened along with this is it was revealed he was going to a
Boba wanted to
swingers
get that
resort.
100K. He said, "I'll push the Baldo up someone's ass for 100,000. No problem. I'll put my balls and your balls in the motherfucker."
Called Hedonism 2.
Okay, hold on. Let's fast forward it to the next part when they do. This is when he's talking with his wife. When Rekida's talking with the wife, and they're talking about. Is that the one I want to? No, let's do the one where they're Aaron and them. This is the good one.
Look at this video. Watch this.
Sorry, not milligrams. It's picograms. I said milligrams. It's 5,000 pico. 5 grams of coke in your system. Yeah, be a little wild.
These are great.
Let's bring Los Federales paid for this today, so thank him. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing his nipples along, shirtless Nick Rekieta.
Bad hair.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Thoughts? That's mess. And people thought we were crazy.
Great
now watch
color,
this.
Phil.
It's oh no, we have to prove that it's.
Look at him.
It's actually, if you fucking don't
Do it.
don't
God,
you
no.
don't.
Could you look at that, Phil? Imagine a man doing that to your ear.
You
Phil loves
don't
it.
Imagine, would you ever
sorry.
do that?
Look at
So
his
if you
face.
had a friend over,
He
would
does
you
that.
lick
He,
his
like,
ear
shakes his
like
face.
that,
He's just
Phil?
like,
No, I would not be licking my friends. It's
bullshit.
Easiest
Again.
question.
Again, this is just like they have nothing to offer. The internet, there's no content here, so they have to do the most extreme.
The fuck you talking about, Phil? There's no content here. It's a naked lawyer in a throuple with an idiot and a 7 out of 10. This is not entertaining? I understand that it's a train wreck. I'm not saying that it's fucking Schindler's List. I'm just saying this is more interesting than watching a 42-year-old man scream playing Street Fighter. I mean, that's fun for a little while. I mean, you do that every day. You have literally a decade of you doing that. Your archive is worth nothing. You have 16,000 videos, and they make you a combined $2,000 a month on AdSense. $2,000 a month.
Ridiculous, risque stunts to get people to talk about them, to make them feel like they're pertinent. This is why they get views, and this is why they're still in the realm of relevancy. It's like, is it worth it? Is it really worth it?
Well, you don't even know who they are. What are you talking about? Realm of relevancy. Phil, did you know they're doing a Netflix series on this shit? It's either Netflix or Lifetime. One of them contacted that stupid idiot Aaron. So I'm sure they're working on it. And even if they're not doing it mainstream, Ewu Storytime is working on it. Because I saw Josh Knowles mad at the internet yesterday, or was it today? And he showed his affidavit where there was like 5 or 6 other big YouTubers that were signing it. And I know Explore With Us, Ewu Storytime was on there as well. They've got like 5 million subs, so they're huge. But anything that's not Phil getting a few dollars to play Stardew Valley is just not content, guys.
To have this be your legacy on the world and on the internet, instead of actually, like, Nick had good content. He had content that was talking about the law and how it applied to certain things.
You don't know
and
anything
then to turn
about
it into
Nick.
this
Just
is
said
like,
it.
like
How
what?
do you know?
I mean, we know what it is. It's drugs. He got hooked on drugs. I guess that was it for him, right? Like, there's nothing is off the table after that. He's not thinking straight up there. So, man, I don't know. This is awful.
Let's show Phil. I
Yes.
put it in the folder, but I have the link here in the chat I just put.
Okay,
Just show
let
him
me just,
briefly. This is the hot tub stream.
Yeah, let me just
So
move that.
he
1 second.
actually showed this whole swinger relationship in the hot tub before everybody's eyes.
That's the funniest part to me too. It's like he thinks he has some sort of legacy, or, you know, what do they call it? A collection. What did Gino call his shit? The catalog. The catalog. Like it's Michael Jackson or the Beatles. The catalog. I mean, seriously, if you have 16,000 YouTube videos on an average of 10 minutes per, and they're all monetized mostly, and you only get 2,000, 2,500, maybe less than that, because his views, let's see how many views DSP got this month. Or this past month for July. That way we know DSP Gaming. That way we know it's not spoiled by the Kino Casino bros. So last month he did 538,000 views. I'm gonna show y'all how I do this. He got right there. $538. So 500,000. And that's what he's been pulling for the better part of 2 years. The last time he had 1 million was not even close. Since 2021, he's had under 750,000, and for the last 2 years, he's had close to 500. And I'll tell you, this kind of money, or this kind of views for the money, probably looking at, $2,500, $2,000, maybe even lower, because he doesn't have content that would get the high-end ads. Any kind of game streaming content, you get the lowest ads possible. But these are also his numbers. He's looks like he went up 1,000 a couple of days ago, and he's been gaining a little bit, but pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. Actually, since we're here, let me check and see what Gundam did for this month. Oh, wow, that's not good. Down 25%, only 2,000 subs. Ooh, that's not good at all. Wow, that's a drop off right there. Look at that. That was the month that I was there in June. 3,200,000 video views. Then I left. This is what it was in July. 2,200,000. 1 million views gone. That's probably what quality content brought in right there. 1 million views. Wow, that's a big drop. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. I didn't think it'd drop that much. God damn. Anyways, let's go back. In fact, let's go to the next one. Let's do one where the Ethan Ralph one is the funniest one, because they're gonna start. Yes. All right, guys. All right, this is Kino Casino later on when they were doing the Ethan Ralph segment.
So good. Oh, yeah.
It'd be perfect if you start.
Copyrighted music is gonna fuck me on this, but
It's your day. This is your day. Huh? Huh? Cunt? Cunt? This is your day. Did you want a day? Well, you got one, bitch. Whoa. Did you want a fucking day?
oh, here we go. We do this.
I thought we had the edited version here, but you can see here, Phil. He's showing off what appears to be the chest of an 80-year-old woman. Let's skip ahead to when he takes his shirt off fully.
I'll lower the volume too, just because he's a little edgy. Here it is.
He's known for that.
Yeah, there it is.
Take a look at that, Phil.
Like bongos. There you go. Years of practice. He went to school to learn how to do that.
He's in clown. He's been in clown college for some time.
All right, so we have that. This is him 2 weeks ago.
This is him a little bit after him doing the stomach bongos. Let's have a look at this one, Phil.
He passed out drunk, and then someone donated the Oblivion, a soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What the hell is on his face?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
well,
bright
many
red.
have speculated like it's like leprosy or something.
That's his skin? That's not paint?
No, I swear.
That's his skin.
That's not paint.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking aliens are
It's
you?
from a
B. Jeremy, that BG song is giving me some Cowboy Bill vibe. That's why he plays it all the time. He loves that song. He walks out to it all the time. Suffer, bitch.
excessive drinking, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why does he call his stuff the kill stream? What
That's just his name, I guess.
It was a really dumb name that he came up with, and he's continued with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We need more. Yes. 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 We need more.
Yeah.
Disturbing. It looks like it's covered in blood or something.
I know.
It's disturbing.
It really is disturbing.
Fucking pussy.
I'm really
Fucking
glad we just
pick
have
up
like a
your fucking
neutral,
purse,
like
Phil. Pick up
third
your
party
purse at the door.
observer to show this to. So like we're not just like making stuff. Like this is some rough stuff, man.
This bullfuck shit.
So wasted. Oh my god.
I watched this full stream of this, so.
Shit.
All right, well, there's that. Now,
There's that.
We're
We're speed running.
We're
through
speed
this.
running here.
There's not much to say about it. It's just like, okay.
Listen to this. Listen to
Okay,
this
there's
one,
not much to say
buddy.
about on this stream show that I'm supposed to be talking on, this panel show. I'm just happy to be here. Remember to go to DSP Reacts, everybody. Remember you could give me money over there. I don't have much to say here, but over there I'll talk to you all fucking night long about the same 3 things.
Harry, when you
Oh,
die,
no.
I'm gonna be there.
So he's talking
And I'm
about
gonna-
his father-in-law, who he has issues with.
Yeah.
Phil, because he beat his daughter.
And it's
Like,
recorded.
we
It's audio
we actually have the audio to show you if you want.
It's kind
where
of-
he
it's
beats his wife because get this, Phil, he pees in bottles under his desk
While
because
streaming.
he doesn't want to get up from his stream, and he spilled his pee bottles everywhere.
Oh god.
And his wife didn't want to clean it up, so he choked her and beat her.
And that's why,
Thoughts?
and
A
that's
little
why
bit
she
too much
left
real
him.
for Piggy, huh?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, and nothing happened after that. That sounded
Oh,
okay.
lots
It's
happened.
not
Oh, lots
Street
happened
Fighter
after
lab
that.
inputs,
Oh, lots
huh?
happened, including
Not sandwiches,
Let's hear
Be at the
not
funeral.
DoorDash.
So he's talking to her father.
Harry,
Oops, sorry.
Harry, when you
Father
die,
God,
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
Wife?
yeah, of the wife who is now separated with him.
Harry,
Okay.
when you die, I'm gonna be there. And I'm gonna be at the funeral.
So you're saying he's gonna kill him at the funeral?
Yes,
the fuck are you talking about, Phil?
it's very unhinged, but it gets crazy.
It's goddamn ET, man. This dude acts like he's never spoke to any men in his life. Oh, you want to know how he handles real beef, Juan? He gets on his knees and cries and says he's an alcoholic. If a man bows up to him like Jaha did, he gets on his knees, he begs like a not even a woman. Women don't beg like that. He begs like a bitch and cries and says he's an alcoholic because he talks tough whenever he's in his room by himself. But get someone that has some balls on this show to go at him. And I'm not talking about you spent money on WWE. I don't give a goddamn what you spend your money on, Phil. We know you didn't spend your money on anything dealing with your family because you foreclosed on one house. The second house, the only reason why you still got it is thanks to the YouTube welfare check. But when that one runs out, you're going to be fucked anyway. So the one thing I hate more than anything is listening to Phil talk like he is some successful businessman. Him and Cobra are exactly the same people when it comes to how they perceive YouTube as a job. They think this is a for real deal job. Like they have rights. You have no rights here. You have no rights here. You own nothing. You're here. You're here at the pleasure of Mr. YouTube.
Crazier.
Well, that's very respectful. I mean, I'll murder you, but at least I'll go to the funeral too. Show
Well,
my
hang
face
on,
to say my
Phil.
respects.
Wait for his next line, and then you could answer to that.
They talk about me jacking off to Nikki Haley. I'm gonna jack off on your fucking casket, you cocksucking
Watch
son of
Phil's
a bitch.
face.
Okay.
Great color, Phil.
And you ain't gonna be able to do shit about it.
Full time.
I'm literally gonna jack.
And he went
Oh,
to
Sorry, y'all, I fucked that up.
Bounced.
We'll go right back to it. But he always talks about that works full time, 6 days a week. That would be straight up hell, guys. That would be straight hell for me. Really, I think it would be hell for anyone. Who the fuck wants to stream from like 11 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon and then do it again? Like, what time does he do it at nighttime? Like 6 to 9? That's the best part of the fucking day. And you're just going to fuck it off by playing video games all day long? I couldn't live like this. I don't see how anyone lives. I don't see, besides hoarders and hermits, how anyone lives like this. Then he has a super busy day off where he goes to the shops within a 2-mile radius. Wow. Big day. Phil's big day off. Fucking ass. Thank you, Electrobuzzes. Yeah, 6 to 9, 6 days a week. Fuck no. Hell no. I like streaming, but I don't need to stream that fucking bad. And Phil says if this schedule is not followed 6 days a week, that he will literally go broke. For one, I don't believe that, but I do believe that he believes that.
All right, here we go.
Wait, this is more because the quality is way better now than the other stuff.
Oh,
he is all the time talking about quality of video. You're sitting in a chair, Phil. You don't need 124 FPS to sit in a chair and snort. You barely need 1080p.
Yeah.
He's at Dick Masterson's house, so the quality is just a lot. Yeah, and his camera is bad, but yeah.
Like he knows who
There
that
you go.
is.
That's how it started.
What the fuck?
Thoughts on these dance moves, Phil?
That's exactly what it is, Electrovibes.
At first, I thought it looked like he was like trying to do Hulk Hogan ripping a t-shirt open or something.
No,
I did like a pose, but I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, all you need to do, Raging Wolf, is rewind the clock back to the exact point when YouTube was created. And then you need to be like Phil and figure out how he can beat it to fucking death. Because those first few years were critical for a lot of big YouTubers. They were just like grandfathered in. And the amount of money they used to make before the demonetization system came in was fucking obscene. It was obscene. It was nothing like it is now. Nothing. Anything that they make now, double it. And you don't have to worry about getting demonetized. I mean, that's the reason why some of these older YouTubers, the ones that's been around forever, got that long money. Because they made money back then and then parlayed it into everything that made money after then. Bitcoin, the pandemic spike, interest rates, all that shit.
Would actually have a viewer like Serge necessarily unless if Brittany was gonna come on here nude, that probably would constitute a viewer.
By the way, you're asking, what's he talking about? No one knows. It's like a mystery.
I don't think anything else. I think it's just kind of a common kill stream. I almost didn't
What's up,
do
Nugs?
it. I want to just go back to Mexico. I announced this on
There we go.
Twitter earlier, so
Oh, if you see, his goal is the Divorce Double Down Fund. Is his goal.
Wow.
So I
Do you
guess
have
it's-
any thoughts on the goal for your divorce fund?
Wow. I mean, for me, listen, now I am not someone who is immune to criticism of things that I've raised funds for on my streams.
Of course.
Back when I was in the midst of, financial ruin, going through a bankruptcy. Yeah, there's some streams I did with like, oh, here's a goal that I wasn't proud of. There was a stream I did that was a mystery. You don't know what I'm going to reveal. If I raise $1,000, I'll do a big reveal on my stream. And I revealed that I had a pet cat, and everyone gave
you shit because that's trash. That's a scam. Even thinking that for $1,000, that's a fucking scam. It's always been a scam, Phil. And you will feel a lot better, and your YouTuber career will go a lot smoother if you will just own up to a few of these dumbass decisions that you've made. And then you probably would actually have a little bit better time on YouTube. But it's this consistent lying to people's face that pisses people off more than anything. When you lie to people's face and then they figure out that you are a liar, it makes people more mad than if you just would have said it in the first place. Yeah, basically every stream. Basically Phil's personality, his root personality that he probably can never change. And yes, Toad, everyone did know he had a cat because they'd hear that bell. But even just saying, oh, give me $1,000 to do a cat. Are you kidding me? I would feel like the biggest piece of shit to say like, oh, y'all gave me $1,000 and this is what I have. I would have made some shit up. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Do y'all want to go ahead and go to Cobra? We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes right now. I'm probably gonna be shutting it down pretty soon, but I did want to go over the Cobra stuff because it is hilarious. Hilarious. But yes, I big ups to the Kino Casino crew, Ashton, PPP, and Warski. Congratulations. Hopefully we will see more of these awkward man baby streams in the future because I like these. Because it doesn't give the game away to Phil. Phil's too stupid to understand the game. And even if he does see the game, it's not like he's going to embarrass himself on stream like that. And he wants that viewership. He wants all those viewers on his stream next time. And that was the deal. So congratulations on that to everyone. Everyone made out like a bandit. Great stuff. Great stuff. Let's move on to Cobra and Naked and Laughing. Oh my God. They have broken up. Thank fucking Christ. We're going to be looking at Boglum Chronicles tonight. Shout out to BC. Always with the hits. There was a few streams, a few videos that they had to clip up to get this. So we're going to do a little bit of the speed run. We're going to go ahead and kick this up to 1.25 and take a look at the end of Cobra and Nog.
Let's see it.
Yeah, they did do super chats, Tiger King. And they were funny.
Banquet, dude. Tell me it was a banquet.
It was banquet.
Oh, you fancy. So, all right, dude, when's the last time you talked to her?
No idea.
It's been a minute.
I blocked her number and her Facebook.
No shit. She's got no way to get a hold of
Cobra looking pretty puffy today. God damn, talking puffers. His head looks like a peanut.
you.
Nope. I said
Everyone in chat,
thing we're broke up and she's knocking off.
everyone in chat is saying that she still has a ticket to come to Casper and she's still going to come there.
She said she wouldn't do that unless she didn't want me to.
Who bought her a ticket, dude? Is she buying it herself or does?
A fan bought it.
Oh shit!
All these
That'd
fans
be
buying
expensive. Fly from
PCs
fucking
and tickets
Virginia to
and
you.
shit.
So, are you bummed about how do you feel, dude? You feel?
Yeah, Boba the Fat knows what's going on.
Was it getting like hairy towards the end? Like it was just too much?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that she doesn't listen to you about trolls and shit like that, dude.
I tried telling her, but she wouldn't fucking listen. She's doing it to herself. And I think it's like you said, she craves.
They didn't cut up the money because he will have the opportunity to have them on his live stream. That's the way they're playing it. I don't think that they would do a split like that. But when stuff like that happens, when you go on a big show anyway, you know, you get an influx of viewers. It's just how it works.
The attention, then she can't handle it. You said it.
Yep. For sure.
Egg controls on because she wants attention, and then when she gets trolled, she'll play the victim because she can't handle it. The borderline personality disorder of hers.
Did she ever talk to you about like her prior behavior on like did she have like other communities that she was involved in before she came over here?
Not that I'm aware of.
Courtney asked, Dandy says, ask him if he showed up crying to his door, would you let her in?
Fuck no.
Like, didn't he?
The funniest part was at this same time, Jessica was streaming talking about, I just need to talk to Josh. And I hate that she says my name for, we have the same name. Me and Cobra have the same first name. I just need to talk to Josh privately with not all these trolls around. He's like, he blocked you on everything but smoke signals, bitch. You're donezo.
Even think about it. Does she even know where you are right now? Can she find you?
I hope not.
I hope not. She's not. Hold on.
To be fair, Jessica likes being choked during sex, so how could she sit there and say I abused her?
She's on
All
Twitch
right,
saying
then.
that Josh said if he apologized on Twitch and stopped talking about him, he would unblock her.
I never said that. And then I did warn her that my trolls are assholes, and I have a lot of fangirls, and it's something you cannot handle, then please don't bother going on a date with me. And I was kind of rushed into it, to be fair. I wanted to take time to get to know her, and she just flew out here without even giving me time to get to know her, At least I got my dick wet. Don't want a dry spell.
And you actually gave the community one of the most romantic quotes I've ever heard, the Wendy's quote.
Shit on the end of your nose, fucking looking like a Jolly Green
Your
Giant.
pussy
Fucking
smells
bitch.
like Wendy's.
What?
I can smell the sweat coming off of you, and it smells like Wendy's.
Your pussy smells like Wendy's. This was the fucking most toxic relationship ever conceived in the history of man.
Most romantic quote ever.
I see a lot of myself in Jessica at times. That's why I sympathize with her to a point, but it got to be too much. Jessica would be like, I wish we had more sober days together. You didn't drink around me all the time. And I'm like, this bitch would fucking get drunk on her stream.
She got that
Whenever
big
she gets drunk,
bacon
and almost 9 times out of 10, she gets blackout drunk. So I'm like, that's kind of hypocritical, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
You want the Heineken to go with your hypocrisy, missus?
There was times too, Jocelyn, like she'd be streaming like when you're sleeping, and I don't know. I got the vibe that she was way into having all the eyes on her, that she wanted people to be able to watch her and see what was happening. She's saying that she made this one mistake one day and doesn't understand why this is happening. Saying someone abused you and wanted to harm your family is not a mistake.
Well, Jessica's parents are fucking saints, and I feel sorry for them, dude. I would never do anything to hurt them.
That they put up with it. Yeah. Well, did you see that those chest cam videos came out?
Yeah, I saw that chest cam video. And the look on her, like, mom's face is like, oh, your friends are at it again, Jessica. And it's like, they're not friends of hers.
Okay, here
I just don't
comes
see
the,
his actual channel.
Well, he's on there. It's King Cobra JFN.
This is this channel HRH put out the body cam for 2 calls from Nall's house the day, I think it was right around the time that she did that I'm washing my face rant, because her poor mother comes to the door in the second clip and begs the officer to take her away, to just take her away. And she's not naked. They just blurted out for privacy reasons, because she's not in trouble. She didn't commit a crime. So if you FOIA the request, if the person doesn't commit a crime, they're normally blurred out.
Is this thing Boglin Chronicles?
Oh, they're
Shout
a
out
trash
Boglin
channel.
Chronicles.
Because somebody else, like the community called the cops, right? It wasn't. Did the parents call?
I don't know who did it, but they need to leave Jessica alone. What they're doing to her is fucked up.
Listen, dude, you're fucking 40. What does she do?
Years old, no job, living at home with mom and dad. I have a job. YouTube is a job, and the money comes in when it comes in. But at least I don't just sit on my ass and go, well, the troll's ruining every time.
Is disability a job as well? because that comes in every month, like the YouTube check, right? All these people just think that it's nice to be crowdfunded. It's a great way to get started out, but to expect it, that's gross.
Somebody try to get a job, so what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Does she make money on YouTube? Does she get donos and shit?
Does, but people like are harassed her off of YouTube, so now it's hard for her to make money off the internet like I'm doing.
How was she like when she came, like the times that she came to Casper and shit like that? Like, did you guys like plan futures together? Like, y'all thought that you would be together for a while?
No idea, just kind of seeing where it goes.
Remember when she was saying that she was going to move in with you?
Yeah, I was like, fuck
I don't
that.
know if
you
he
ain't
sells
doing
the
it with me.
wands anymore.
It was like 4
I don't know if he's moved into that new trailer, and it was a little while that I wasn't keeping up with him because Gundam said he didn't want to do any more Null and Cobra content, even though in the beginning he was all into it, and then it was like he changed all of a sudden. But anyways, that happened a lot, and so I haven't kept up with him up until they broke up the other day, and it was so funny the video that he did, the breakup video, which I know everyone has seen. Talking about I don't need that shit in my life. Like you could tell he was done, and she was being delusional about saying, "Oh, we get back together." Da, 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 da. I seriously hope that she does go to Casper and tries to get on a stream and like ambush him. That would be the fucking best content.
o'clock in the morning, and she was still screaming at me. And I said, Jessica, please, I have neighbors. Please quit screaming.
He has
Yeah,
Asperger's.
in the morning like mature adults. And she was like, fuck your neighbors. And I was like, oh, okay, fuck you too. Well, I'm bummed because I feel sorry for Jessica. I think she needs some serious mental counseling. Someone she can just talk to about her shit without like people like, you know, she gets off the internet, takes a break from streaming, gets a break from drinking, and works on her mental health.
Let's see. Does she take meds at all?
No, she smokes weed though.
Okay.
Drinks more than I
Not
do.
the same thing.
I could tell she was toxic for me too, and I didn't care because it was me proving to the world that I could get a girlfriend, and I was getting pussy.
Oh, I don't mind trailers
That's called
anyway.
gift thinking,
I've
and
lived in a
parents
few of them
warned me
myself.
against that shit.
And they weren't even
I
double
was trying to
wide.
rush the relationship. I went through a 6
But
year
he didn't pay for it.
and I don't trust love as far as I can fucking throw it.
Ask why don't you go live very often anymore?
I just don't feel like it, to be honest.
Telling Josh that she wanted to get married and have a kid with him? Stop it right now.
Yeah, she was always like obsessed with wanting to get married with me and have a kid with me. And I'm like, how's that going to work when you're 40 years old? And she's always talking about getting married and having kids. And I'm like, whoa.
What about Blair White? Is he jerking it to her? He likes Blair White.
No, dude.
I knew as soon as they got together that she would claim something like this when they split.
Oh, consensually and playfully spanking her ass after a good sex session. Yeah, I'm such an abusive piece of shit. Fuck off.
Allegations of DM is capped because we all heard her say, "Do you want me to start hitting myself again?" Josh.
One night she was getting really drunk at my old apartment, and she was hitting herself, and we were having a fight. And I saw my pride, and I pried her hands away from her head. And I just sat there and held her, and she just started crying into my shoulders.
Oh.
Like, honey, don't hate yourself. You're too beautiful for that. Stop. I care about you. And get this, you know, the fire opal ring that I got her?
Mm-hmm.
He said I was the first boyfriend to ever buy her jewelry, and it made her cry tears of happiness.
I don't understand why he keeps bringing this point up. Like I think he just wants to flex that he bought her a cheap ring. Some fucking weird jewelry. No man's ever bought you jewelry? Well, I'll buy you something. I bought you jewelry. Come on.
Hey, Josh, earlier in the day before breaking with Nal, you had things to say about Jessica Meska's family. Then hours later, you commented on how deluded Nal was over Jessica Meska got any amendments. It's just like
what Jessica Mexica is. I know her because of my ex-girlfriend, and they're like a psychotic obsession with each other.
Yeah. She's like your bite-sized videos, right? Your own dreadies? You got locks?
Throwing dreads, and I just have really thin hair, and it's a little bit greasy at the moment.
What the fuck? Oh my God, chat. There's your thumbnail. There's your thumbnail right there, ladies. Ladies, the line forms to the left. And the weird part about it is, this guy was the one that broke up with her. This guy with the 4 strands of hair right there on the top of his head. This shit right here. Right here. You can't see my cursor, but I'm like right in the top of the crown of his head. That one strand that's right there right at his widow's peak. Why? Why? What's the point? Just go Mr. Burns. Yeah, a little thin. Just a tad thin. Your teeth are a tad thin. Your hair is gone. He huffed and puffed and smoked every hair he had. Good God.
Okay, no locks. No locks. Now keep saying that we're spreading.
Y'all see this shit when he turned his head to the side?
Okay, no locks. No locks.
Oh, fuck. I had it.
Locks.
Man, the headshot. Boy. Look at that shit. Bro. There's like 2 separate hair loss sectors. He looks like Marty Weissman from Goodfellas, the guy that used to sell toupees. Yeah, that bald spot it takes a left and it goes down to his neck. It looks like sunglasses on sideways. Or a Pac-Man.
Now keep saying that we're spreading lies about her and making Cobes believe it, like he doesn't have a mind of his own. Address this, please. Peachy, that's it.
Look, I don't have a mind of my own. I can't think for myself. We're all just speculating. These aren't lies or the truth. We're just speculating, Jessica.
Tell Josh that his dad there the day she's supposed. Wait, tell Josh to have his dad there the day he's supposed to show up.
Hair. I haven't lost hair, but I know I probably will in the future. But you can't look at yourself in the mirror like that and take yourself seriously. Like there's a certain point where we're just like, got to cut my losses on this one. Sorry, boys. It's been nice. Now we're going for the high and tight. I mean, this just looks. I don't know.
Oh, if she just shows up at his house. Josh said that she's not going to.
If she does, I'll just tell her to leave. If she doesn't leave, I'll call the cops. I'm not going to drag my dad into my personal love life. That's not fair to him.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
My dad, he's awesome. I love my family to death.
Was he cool with Jessica when he met her?
He gave me the choice. He said, Josh, do you want Jessica to stay here for the remainder of her visit, or you want me to get her a hotel until she leaves? And I said, no, she can stay with me until she leaves.
Oh my God. He's such a good dude. Because he noticed a little fucking tension.
For Jessica the day she got me kicked out so I could have some peace and quiet to myself. But I said,
it's all good,
I
poetic.
appreciate it.
No shit, dude.
Yeah, Bug Mechanics. He's got the same haircut as the Crypt Keeper.
Truly
Fuck,
pineapple
the Crypt
mango
Keeper's got a better
vodka.
lineup
And I'm
than
going to
him
mix it with
any day.
Modelo, Chelada, mango, and chile. It's not the worst drink combo I've had. That's actually not half bad.
What's up, Punk Rock?
We got a bell on? How many necklaces do you have on? Oh my God. How many fucking necklaces does this dude have on? Where did he get these? Pets Are Us? Look at this cheap shit. He just went in the place that sells shitty goth jewelry and was like, yes. More cowbell.
Are you kidding me? Like, still, she won't. Hold on. She is claiming him as her boyfriend even now on stream. Joshua Faye Saunders. Did you talk to her directly, or was it just that stream that?
I love the name of this chatter, by the way. Puffers Huffers. He'll notice it in a second too.
No, that's true. Is what did it for me. I was like, "You're gonna get mad at me and broadcast our fight all over the internet." I'm done. That was strike 3.
Will she be getting a restraining order against her? I mean,
I have to.
How do you feel about Jessica Mesca? Would you talk to her?
Hey,
Like,
everybody.
have
Agent
her come on a
Proper in
panel?
the house.
No.
What's going on, Agent? We just got done talking about Phil and going through the casino. Then we talked a little Lolcow. Now we're into the final shit show of the night. Cobra and Null. The breakup. Hopefully never to be made up. It was the benefit of our time. Sad to see it go, but glad to see it gone.
I got nothing against her other than what she was my girlfriend, and now we're no longer together. It's like, well, that's just your problem, I guess, not mine.
It's like between her and Nal at this point, right? Yeah. Would you let her, like, if I sent her a link and came up here, would you talk to her? Yeah.
She wanted to.
Ask
Yeah,
Cobra
then
if he
we're gonna
knows
bring up
about her
the,
pissing in a.
The person that clips them, her name is Jessica Mesca. That's the name of her channel name. And she talks to Cobra a lot, but it's mainly just going over, small kind of girl world stuff. But I want to find the cam where the mother is talking about taking Jessica away, because that was sad. That was really sad. Where is it? Give me a second, guys. Oh, Ivana's here. What's going on? Did someone else's stream let out? We got a couple other people that showed up as well. Beautiful train wreck. Yes, Mr. Martinez. Very beautiful train wreck. Let me grab the body cam from HRH. Here we go. This body cam was taken the day that she had that I'm washing my face blow up, right? So I don't know if it was her parents that called the police or if it was one of the people watching the stream, but their local police department shows up, and this was the video that they got. And mind you, she's still upstairs screaming while they have this interaction. But I want you to listen very carefully, because the mother is going to whisper, and you have to hear what she says when she whispers. Oh, yeah, the stuff from Meth Bear. I've got it in my docket. We could actually look at it after this if everyone wants. The restraining order that Phil talked about in the end of the Side Scrollers interview, Meth Bear actually found the copies of it, handwritten notes and everything. And there's a certain part in there that describes her describing a situation where Subaru Man goes crazy after he takes her phone and finds out she is speaking with someone in DMs. Then there was a call from a Connecticut number telling Subaru Man to Minecraft himself, LTG himself. And it was never acknowledged whose number it was, but during this time period, it can be assumed that it was Phil's number when he was living in Seattle, but still had his Connecticut number. May 2017. We can pull out all that up in a minute. But Meth Bear, big ups, doing great work. I'd like to have him on one day. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
Hi. Hey, I'm Officer McDonald, Beach Police. We got a call from someone about a argument that happened.
Yeah, got a crazy daughter.
Okay, is everything okay?
For now, yeah. I mean, she's in there cussing me out. But
Okay, does she want to talk with police? I know she's not the one who called. I think it was her sister.
I doubt it. I just want her taken away. I need to see.
Oh, well, do you know,
Did y'all hear
do you
that
know
part?
about the,
Listen very closely to what she says.
I need to see.
Oh, well, do you know about the, emergency custody process?
No.
Okay, so, as
Yeah, proper. If you want to hit him up, that'd be great. I'd love to. There's a couple people I've been wanting to talk to ever since I left Quality Content. Been wanting to schedule a few interviews. But yeah, he can. I might follow him on Twitter, but he hit me up on DMs. You know the deal. Anybody can get in touch with me. But let's play that part again, and y'all listen to what she says, because this is incredibly sad. Just think, your mother, you're 40 years old, you're upstairs screaming, "I need to wash my face." She's begging you to turn off the water because of how much money it costs to run water for 30 minutes straight when you're just washing your fucking face. You can get a bowl of water. But of course, she's not washing her face. She's fucking around.
okay, does she want to talk with police? I know she's not the one who called. I think it was her sister.
Yeah, proper.
I just want her taken away. I need to see.
Oh, Electrobuzz ALT said he'd come on. That's great. Awesome. I'll have to hit him up. I think he uses the That Being Said Twitter as his. So I'll definitely hit him up. That'd be a cool stream. Loomy, one day I'd love to shoot the shit live with you on stream. Well, thank you. And totally. I was thinking about having a members only stream, or just a Discord stream where I can pull people up and we can talk to, I could talk to the viewers. That'd be great. And the Hood Report, someone asked about that. Hood Report, coming very soon. He has the phone. We probably could have done it last week if I didn't take off, but I'm going to go ahead and try to schedule something. We'll get that done sooner than later. I have not forgot about that, but definitely Hood Report coming soon. And memberships, I still got to wait until I monetize. Then I'll be able to do the memberships and the super chat, all that kind of stuff. Next time that I can apply is going to be the beginning of October. And I got a lot of stuff that has to be done in between that. The avatar, the graphics, a couple other little get downs, get here and this and the other. So in the meantime, I need everyone that enjoys this to share it. I want to try to grow this channel. I want to try to make the show even better. And this is like my base crew, the people that stuck with me from QC on over to my own thing. So I want y'all to ride with me. I want to show y'all exactly what I'm doing, bring y'all along for the ride. And if we can create some kick-ass content during the shit, then let's do it. But let's finish up this, and then I'm going to call it a night.
Oh, well, do you know about the emergency custody process?
No.
Okay, so as officers, we can't take her away unless she meets a certain criteria. She has to tell us that she wants to hurt herself or others.
Oh.
But as her parents, you guys obviously spend more time with her and know more of her mental health issues than we will ever know.
I have a Discord, it's just it's not open
so you
to
have
the
the
public.
option to go down to the magistrate's office, which is down by the courthouse, and let them know you're worried about her well-being, her mental health, and they can issue what is called an emergency custody order, which basically allows us to come here, take her into custody, and take her down to Virginia Beach General Hospital to get medically evaluated. So that's an option you guys have if you need it. They're going to ask you questions about, you know, how she takes care
That's
of
just so
herself, how
sad.
mentally, how is
So
she?
sad. Tear bit with the comedy, with the big comedy. Good thing Proper reminded me because I do want to talk about that meth bear stuff. I know I had it bookmarked. Yep, here it is. Let's take this down. That was all, everybody. Her and Cobra are donezo. Donezo. All right, on to Meth Bear. Meth Bear actually has found the restraining order that Phil described in his Side Scrollers interview. And he gave the reason why the original restraining order was not found by the detractors in their first sweep because of the privacy laws that are involved with this kind of restraining order, I guess you could say. You have to search it specifically. So Meth Bear, I analyzed and posted Cat's restraining order for viewing on Galtopia. And here we go. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Wrong screen. Okay. There we go. Oh my God. All right. This topic discusses Kat's restraining order against her ex, Jeff, aka the Subaru man. The clerk of court told me over the phone that there were 43 pages in the file, and I received 43 pages. I scanned them as they came in the envelope. Pages 10 and 11 that I presume display Kat's handwriting are duplicates. A proof of service showing the protection order was served on Jeff is not included. Unless it was accidentally omitted by the clerk, I can only presume the order was not served on him. But as stated above, I was told there were 43 pages in the file, and that's what I received. And this is the explanation that he gives for why no one found it in the beginning. I had to request this file via mail since Michigan does not allow protection orders to be searched or ordered electronically. If Phil had never said during the Side Scrollers interview that the distractors hadn't found Kat's restraining order yet, we would likely have never known due to Michigan's statutory privacy laws. Phil challenged us to find something he revealed existed. I also believe he revealed Kat's restraining order and the alleged abuse to shield himself and garner sympathy. Well, we all knew that. But the rest of it discusses. I'm going to leave the link to this in the chat, in the description. I'm sorry. But just to give a quick overview of the restraining order and some of the handwritten notes included in the order. This one right here describes he was following me in my friend's car. I was sitting in the parking lot of my friend's place of employment, and he went to work. And he went to work out at Snap Fitness. And once he realized I was there, he pulled his car behind my friend's car, then sped off. Woo. And then here is the part about Phil. Using social media, May 2017. Now remember, this was the time that Phil said he was, quote unquote, speaking with a new person. It says, he, Subaru man, took my phone without me knowing, but later admitted to going through my Twitter account and messaged someone I was talking to. The person I was speaking with on Twitter admitted that it was bothersome. That totally sounds like Phil. Bothersome. See attached forms for additional information. In regards to harassing my friend, we want these right here. This is him saying, or her friend talking, and there's anger. Let's see if we can make it into acceptance. He says, sorry, I can deal with this. I can't deal with this anymore. Someone told me to end my life, and of it, in my life and of it was one of you. Shame on you. I am just trying to be nice and fix this. And here you are. I can't do this anymore. It came from Connecticut. Google it. Google it. I don't know anyone who would message you with a Connecticut number. I've told you there is no fixing it. No amount of pouty droid emojis. No amount of begging, pleading, bribing, or threatening, or contacting other parties and to try to get them to bargain on your behalf. Now, please just go away. Imagine going through all this for fucking Cat. But anyways, that is suspected to be Phil. We don't know. But who else would be talking to Cat during the exact time that he explained that he would be talking to Cat on Twitter with a Connecticut number while he's still living in Seattle because he never bothered changing it? Probably because he's too lazy to redo auto pay on shit and passwords and 2FA and shit. But yeah, Cat's handwriting. But anyways, guys, that's it. My voice is finally going. That's all for tonight. I'm out of gas. I gotta go smoke some grass, make this cash, and have some dinner with my funky ass. Before I go, let's do a quick check of Streamlabs. Make sure I'm not missing anyone's super chat. No super chats. No super chat. Anyways. Nothing else much going on. Keem is not talking about anything in particular. Dr. Disrespect. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it, guys. So, what do y'all want to listen to tonight? We can, y'all want to do Snort Wave? You want to do some Hard Archive? I didn't really have anything planned for the last, the outro song. So I'll leave it up to y'all. Anybody got any good ideas? Let me see. I think I might know something. Oh, excuse me. How about this? How about this? I know Atomic Wax just came out with a new Pimpzilla song that I haven't played yet. It came out 3 days ago. This is what we're going to end off tonight. Yeah, Pimpzilla versus Mecha Pimpzilla. You know, Big Dave knows what time it is. Big Dave knows. Yeah, buddy. Dave Martinez as well. All right, everybody. Great stream. I appreciate y'all spending the last 3 hours with me going through a couple of these bullshit ass dumpster fires. I'm going to try to, don't hold my feet to the fire, but I'm going to try to get another stream out this week. I don't know exactly when, so just look out for me. But I will always try to stream on Wednesdays. I'm keeping Wednesday on lock, keeping it in the family. So, everyone have a great night, and I'll see you when I see you, baby.
The honest one was a vicious cunt. They watched Wall Street's demise, and they knew it wouldn't be long till Pimpzilla saw through their lies. They searched the world over far and wide for the greatest German minds they could find, to fashion them a weapon of pimp destruction to protect them from their bitch-ass crimes. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. The IRS was a greedy bitch. They kept Pimpzilla's cash, and now it's come time to collect a return on that sweet ass. The IRS brought out their secret weapon, a mobile mountain of steel beam. Like a Pimpzilla, the ultimate lizard killing machine. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. Make a Pimpzilla through lightning as his engine screamed. He opened up his jaws to launch his death ray beams, and the IRS rejoiced, they thought they had won. Pimpzilla was down, but he was only stunned, and he started to laugh, cause he thought that shit was funny. How cruel their fate to underestimate how much Pimpzilla wants his fucking money. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, oh yeah. Mother Pimpzilla threw lightning as his engine screamed. He opened up his jaws to launch his death ray beams, and the IRS rejoiced, they thought they had won. Pimpzilla was down, but he was only stunned, and he started to laugh, cause he thought that shit was funny. How cruel their fate to underestimate how much Pimpzilla wants his fucking money. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. Pimpzilla swung his pimp hand into the robot's face with the impact of an asteroid falling from space. And he picked up the office of the IRS like pulling a weed out of a lawn, and threw it down on Mecha Pimpzilla with the force of 10,000 atom bombs. Oh, yeah, he's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. Mecha Pimpzilla and the IRS burning the hellfire they get, since every dollar they illegally collect only goes to pay the interest on the national debt. And Pimpzilla kept laughing as he walked to the bay, while the people cheered as he passed on his way. They were oppressed for generations, an entire nation, for there will be no taxation without representation. Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money, motherfucker.